right, here we go, folks. At 6 o'clock, it is the Friday edition of the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ Fester. Oh, wearing the corn dog hat. And did anyone fess up? Did you get any, text or email from the, well, you don't have any email. No one can reach you via email.
No.
Yeah, the only way to get a hold of Fester is to call him or text him on his private personal cell phone, 813-310-8444. You know, in fact, would you like to send Fester a message right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Let's, for the early, right off the bat, listening at the very start of the program. Good morning, Pat. For those that are listening right now, would you like to text Fester a message? And then I'll have Fester share some of the messages that come in right now at the very, very beginning of this Friday show.
That'd be great.
Yeah. 813, and hey, make it interesting. Make it funny. Make it weird. Make it something unexpected. You know, whatever. You want to just send Fester a word. You want to send him a phrase. You want to ask Fester a question. You want to make a statement. Yeah, right off the bat. Let's go. Text Fester. 800. Oh, jeez, I'm giving out the studio lines.
No. Studio lines. We don't want that.
I know. Hey, text Fester, right? Because whenever I, give out a phone number, it's usually the studio line. All right, text Fester 813-310-8444. So that's Fester's text line, 813-310-8444. All right, so send Fester anything, and then we'll share these texts as they roll in. So anything. Text Fester right now. 813-310-8444. You can hear they're rolling in right now. And, when you get the little notification, when you get these notifications rolling in, they're sometimes multiple come in per sound because because it can't make the sometimes they roll in faster than your phone can make the actual.
Don't call me. I'm not going to answer the phone.
Don't call. Just text Fester right now at 813. There's another phone call. I just turn the sound off.
If I turn the sound off, then I don't hear the ring.
All right. You want to start sharing some of the texts?
Let me go back here. All right.
So go back and let's start sharing some of the texts.
Not bad for 6 o'clock in the morning. I got 75 texts.
That's still. Let me turn your mic on, Michelle.
Yeah. 75, 76, almost 80. All right, let me get to the screen.
That's great. Well, I hear the thing is going blim, 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 blim.
Well, see, now people are having a chance to maybe pull over or find their phone, so they're going to be coming in all morning. Good morning from a first grade teacher. Love you guys. Good morning, Fester and the MJ Morning Show. You are the best. Right. Tell MJ to quit being such a pain in the ass. Farfignugan. That was the Volkswagen.
What did that mean? Like enjoy driving? Farfignugan? I don't know.
I love MJ's wife on the show. Yep. Flannel shirts for cool weather. Okay. Hey, Fester, you and MJ gave my stepmom a boob job back in...
What, like 1999, 2006?
Back in the early 2000s for Best Christmas Ever. Love you guys. Good morning. Can you pick... You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your nose.
Okay, lovely. All right, fantastic.
Not joking, but I can't read them. They're coming in too fast.
Well, thank you for all those that are texting Fester right now. 813-310-8444 is Fester's private cell phone number. Well, keep going. Give me more. Come on.
I love how you bust MJ's balls each day.
Okay.
I love turtles. I like Y-Pie. Is Chloe still dating Chet? Hello, Fester. Good morning.
Yes, she's still dating Chet.
Okay, somebody sent me a picture of a guy sliding across the street saying, "What's up?" So look, yeah. So
hold on, what are you laughing at, Michelle?
Somebody sent me the picture of the guy sliding across the street.
Oh.
What's up?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we've got I'm gay and Fester's a hot bear. Okay. Good morning. I love
Fester's
your show.
a hot, hairy bear. Yeah.
You all finished today's show and MJ she wants Michelle and I to finish the show and for MJ to go home. Somebody says, hi, I'm good morning. Don't forget to call the jury scam place today.
Yeah. I have the number. Yes, I have the number.
That's from Michelle and Sefner.
Yeah, 727-440. Okay. I'm going to give out the number. I'm going to broadcast the number.
Oh, yeah.
That the jury scammer. So I'm going to give out the number live on the air and let people have a field day
Well-
on the jury scammer after we have fun with the jury scammer.
It's important for people to know that if they get a message to call this number, that it's a scam, so they should not call it.
Yeah, for
That's the
those-
message. Do not call this number.
Yeah.
I think is what we should say.
Yeah, for
right?
those that did not hear it, you know what? Right off the bat here, man, hold the phone up. That's hysterical. The number of texts that are rolling in here. I mean, it's just bling, 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 bling. That's hysterical. I turn it off, man. It's going to drive me nuts. I mean, how many texts do you have in the very opening, the first 6 minutes of the show? How many can you tell how many texts are in there?
I can tell you exactly 110. And I opened up every one that I read, so I must have like 125 by now.
That's very good. That's a very good response. All right, and I will share some more in a few minutes. All right, for those that missed it, the whole jury scam thing, quick setup here. If you didn't hear this, and I got to play it in the 8 o'clock hour as well. So friends of ours were panicking because they got a phone call. Oh, this deputy from Pinellas County was calling that there's a warrant out for your arrest and you got to pay $2,500. You missed federal jury duty. And listen, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office is not going to deal with a federal jury duty case, all right? And they're never calling you. Deputies will never call you to tell you missed jury duty and you're in trouble and you got to pay them $2,500 or whatever the hell it is. So friends of ours were on the phone with this phony deputy for like 40 minutes, and then they conference called me in where I pretended like I was their attorney. We're very, very concerned about this matter. I've looked at the documentation. How do we resolve this matter right now?
All right, sir. How you doing today, sir? My name's Deputy Jonathan Crawford.
Yeah. What's your badge number?
84669, sir.
Gotcha. And which office do you work out of?
All right, I work out of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, sir.
Gotcha. And what's the address there?
All right, we're on Olmerson Road, sir.
Gotcha. What's right across the street from the sheriff's office?
Sir, listen, sir.
No, you listen to me. What's right across from the sheriff's office on Olmerton Road?
Listen, sir, I'd appreciate it if you stop and insult my integrity.
Yeah, well, tell me, what is the name of the pizza shop right across the street?
Sir?
What is the name of the pizza shop?
I can't hear you, sir. What was the question?
What is the name of the pizza shop right across from the Olmerton, Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
Largo Plant. There's the Target store, then the Paradise Shops of Largo.
No. What pizza shop is right across the street from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office? What, are you looking at Google Maps right now?
No, sir, I'm not.
Yep. Gotcha.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, who's your sheriff? What's his name? Who's the sheriff of Pinellas County?
Bob Galtieri.
I'm sorry, what?
Bob Galtieri.
No, you're not pronouncing that properly. No, you're
Sir,
not.
Listen, sir.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Sir.
What is the primary vehicle for the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department?
SUV, sir.
Yeah, which one? You should be able to answer the patrol deputy's vehicle. What is the number one vehicle?
An Expedition, sir.
No, that's incorrect.
It's not, sir.
No, that's incorrect. You can't even pronounce the sheriff's name right. You can't even say Bob Gualtieri correctly. You're deputy who?
Jonathan Crawford.
Just out of curiosity, why are you calling about a federal document when that should be the U.S. Marshal's office and not the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
Because, sir, obviously the two U.S. deputy marshals who hand-delivered these summons were in question, sir.
Yeah, sure. Hey, how about you go off? Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Yeah, how about you tell your wife to suck my How about that?
You just gave yourself up, you piece of
Yeah.
You just gave
sir.
yourself. How many people have you scammed today? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from your mother's house. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, you're a deputy. Yeah, you're Jonathan Crawford. How many people do you scam a day, you moron?
Yeah, suck my
You're not gonna scam us, buddy. Have a nice day, you piece of shit. I'm glad we wasted a boatload of your time.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I appreciate it. Suck.
Goodbye. All right. So all told, I think it was like close to an hour that my friend had them on the phone, and they really go through the maneuvers. They asked for an email address, and initially our friend Michelle was a little nervous. Gave them the email address, and they sent over these phony documents, and they were just like bad photoshops and just grammatical errors and everything. And,
Oh yeah.
and they cheaply like just superimpose your name over like a line on the document. It's just awful. Don't fall for the scam, folks. So we are gonna call back the phone number they left. Very elaborate, and that sounded local, or at least that was a U.S. call. It wasn't like a foreign scam operation. All right, 6:11, just getting rolling. A busy Friday. We got the Cash Kitty coming up. Details on how to win Mom a brand new $1,000 state-of-the-art garage door opener for Mother's Day from Banco Overhead Doors. That's on the way. Anyway, it's going to be a very exciting program today, so I encourage you to listen to the whole damn thing. At 6:12, oh, you know what I saw on the way in? Oh, I saw something really interesting. I'm a geek, so it probably only interests me, but Michelle, you were sleeping in the car, but I saw something interesting on the bridge on the way in this morning, ×2. Hold on. That and more next.
Good morning. Things look really good around Tampa Bay right now. There are no incidents.
FM, MJ here. So on the way in this morning, Michelle, you were sleeping. You missed it. This is kind of geeky. I'm going to admit it right off the bat. I'm a geek. I'm just curious where they're going, what the event is. Howard Franklin Bridge. This is about 5:25 this morning. Just hitting the St. Pete side of the bridge, getting off on 4th, heading down 4th over here near Gandy to get to the studio. And saw 2 big TV trucks. You know those big, like, remote TV trucks that they use for, like, sporting events or special events?
Yeah.
And it's nice trucks. I mean, these are like, $500,000, maybe $1 million trucks with.
Not the crappy TV station van
No,
that
no,
goes to report on stuff.
Yeah, not like some, Channel 28 live truck. These are like, all the equipment, all the cameras to like do like the Super Bowl or, the World Series, a baseball game. So I see 2 of these trucks, and it's Game Creek Video. And these are nice white trucks. And these are like 53-footers. I mean, this is the real deal. And there were 2 in a row. So 2 of these big remote television location trucks that they set up to broadcast big events. So they're heading south. 275 South, Howard Franklin. Where do you think they're headed? Where are they going? Is there some big golf tournament or something? I'm just curious. Fester, I looked it up as well. Game Creek Video is out of Hudson, New Hampshire. And I went to their website. They got a lot of expensive crap. They got a lot of trucks on the road.
So are they a leasing company where they rent the equipment?
No.
Do the work?
No, it's a full on-location TV setup. I mean, they do serious work. So, like a baseball game, football game, whatever. They'll set up and they provide all the cameras and all the technical stuff, and the director sits in the truck and all the switching equipment and everything, the playback for instant replay, all that stuff. So I wonder where they were going. Just curious. Game Creek Video, Howard Franklin Bridge, 2 huge 53-foot tractor trailers.
These are all the trucks they have.
Yeah.
Each truck has a different name,
Yeah,
obviously.
one of the trucks, I saw one of the trucks was called Victory.
Okay.
So one of the trucks was, it's alphabetical, so you'll see the Victory truck probably go down to the bottom. Yeah, Victory.
There's Victory.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's one of the trucks.
And there's a configuration.
4K HDR TV broadcast trucks. I'm just curious, what event are they heading to here in Florida, heading south on the Howard Franklin Bridge? And there were 2 big trucks in a row. So, all right, Fester's very upset.
Yeah.
Fester is livid once again with the whole Florida state bird deal.
I'm so angry about this.
Sent me an email last night and said, I'm pissed, and then included the link that the proposal again to change the Florida state bird. Do you know what it is now? It's the mockingbird. Yeah, that's a dumb
The mockingbird.
Yeah, Michelle just gave me a look like,
Oh, that's terrible.
The Florida state bird is the mockingbird.
Why?
Who knows?
Because we get mocked everywhere. I mean, honestly, it's like a foreshadowed sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like they knew when they designated it.
Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Florida man.
See?
Yeah, all that crap.
Virginia, it's the cardinal.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I love the cardinal.
Yeah.
We got 2 in our backyard. They're so pretty.
Yeah. Well, I see plenty of cardinals here locally, too.
Mm-hmm.
I see a bunch of them, too, as well.
Well, we can't have them because Virginia has it.
All right. Arkansas, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Texas all have the mockingbird.
No way.
Yeah, 5 states.
It can be from more than one state?
Yeah,
Well, each state picks their own bird.
There's no regulatory agency that says
No!
each state has to have its own bird, and there can't be any duplication.
Drop that bird.
But wouldn't you want it to be distinct?
Yeah,
And really represent your state and not like 4 other states?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I think.
The mockingbird as the state bird of Florida is dumb. Mockingbird.
I would be fine with the flamingo.
Well, that's the deal. That's what dude. Hello, that's the story. They've been trying to make it the flamingo.
Well, I'm giving my whole list. I put a lot of thought into this.
Okay.
I would be fine with the flamingo. First choice. The seagull. I would be happy with the seagull. I would be happy with the pelican.
What about the middle finger? Because that really is the Florida state bird, especially with the road rage and the awful drivers we have in Florida. The middle finger You know, that should be the official state bird of Florida.
I wouldn't even be mad at some birds of the Everglades, like the heron or the
Yeah.
or well,
Like a blue heron, gray heron.
Something like that.
Like egret. You know, all kind. Yeah.
I would be even an ibis.
Right.
Ibis. The American ibis.
What ibis?
It's the first bird to return back
How
after.
about ibid?
Like University of Miami, they have like that stork-looking bird. That's an ibis because it's the first bird that returns after a hurricane. So I mean, there's a lot of great birds in this state, and we're picking the mockingbird.
The mockingbird has been the state bird, I think, for a very long time, and it's the dumbest damn state bird. And this has been around for numerous years to try to change it, and just can't get anywhere.
What are these politicians doing? Do nothing, Tallahassee.
All right, the House version in the Florida House, the bill to change the state bird to the flamingo never even got anywhere, never got to the hearing stage in the Florida House. Now, in the Florida State Senate, the version of the bill to change the bird to the flamingo for Florida, that made it to the Senate Rules Committee, but then it got stalled and went nowhere. Who the hell knows? Who the hell wants to keep the mockingbird as the Florida state bird? It just makes no sense. Yeah, you look at who uses the flamingo. Hey, the Florida Lottery isn't the flamingo like the Florida State Lottery logo? Hey, the gigantic flamingo inside of the terminal at Tampa International now.
They don't have a bunch of mockingbirds.
Yeah, poking out of the ceiling.
So stupid. So many better birds. This state has the most coastline of any state in the lower 48. You know, we're a water state, water sports state. So many birds. Birds migrate here for the season. Come on, man. The mockingbird.
Yeah, and, well, with the legislative session, is it just about over? I think it ends, is it over now? Did it end this week? Or is it, anyway?
I think it's ending.
It's right near the end, or it did end. So the yearly session for the Florida House and Senate.
Casey DeSantis wants to do something I care about. Change the bird.
Yeah. Listen, you've got those companies that'll put those plastic flamingos in your front yard. Haven't you seen those?
Yes.
You've gotten flamingoed.
Isn't it also a sign of being a swinger?
What? No, what?
Isn't like
that's the pineapple.
No, but isn't like a plastic?
I don't.
Isn't a plastic flamingo in your yard like, hey,
come on in and do me?
We're maybe not that.
Let's wife swap.
Maybe we're open to partying a little bit.
I don't know.
I gotta look that up. Plastic.
Why don't you Google that?
Swingers.
Plastic flamingo swingers. Hang on. We're getting the AI Google generated answer here. The phrase plastic flamingo swingers refers to the urban legend that displays pink plastic flamingos in your yard, especially in RV parks or campgrounds, indicates that the residents or campers are swingers.
I knew I heard it somewhere.
It's a purported way for swingers to signal their lifestyle to others. What if you have an upside-down pineapple and a flamingo in your yard?
Don't even knock. Just come in.
Oh, man. Fester's real job is selling RVs, so I guess, man, you'd know about
I heard it. I don't know
flamingos in yards in RV and trailer parks or whatever.
I would actually like to see the plastic flamingo become the new state bird.
While this belief is widely circulated, it's considered an urban legend without concrete evidence. All right, anyway, so I guess...
All right, so hold on. We're getting people busting our chops a little bit for our lack of knowledge of major sporting events.
What is... Oh, regarding the TV trucks?
Yeah, back to your TV trucks.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys aren't aware of the biggest sporting event happening in Florida this weekend.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby down in Naples.
Okay. while the Naples Invitational...
what is it?
Miami Formula One Grand Prix is this weekend, I guess.
Oh,
That's
maybe
where the trucks are headed.
Oh, maybe. Well,
practice begins on Friday, qualifying Saturday.
Hold on, wouldn't they already be set up and down here? Or
no, I mean if they're in Tampa now, they'll be in Miami by noon. Qualifying probably starts around that time. I mean, they're
but it takes a lot to set up those big TV trucks.
No, it's one button. Just set it up.
Yeah.
Set itself up.
I'm a real expert on the Miami Invitational. It's whatever it is.
The Miami Formula One Grand Prix.
Whatever the hell. I don't know. All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Man, you know how much I love morons in the news, and I will not disappoint you with the morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Oh, 6:41, the Morons begin right now. Oh, I got some creepy stuff, too. You know what? I'll probably save that. The creepy teacher stuff, and, oh, boy, I've got a pile. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know why these teachers don't freaking learn. Just insane. All right, so what do we have with the morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show? Where do I start? Where do I begin today?
Start with the best one.
Yeah. How about right here in Florida, a guy tries stealing the cash register because he's pissed off while he's at the McDonald's drive-thru.
This is like the second steal the entire cash register story we've had in a couple of days.
Yeah, so this is down in Cape Coral, and a guy tried to rip off the cash register at a McDonald's. He was ticked off while he was sitting at the drive-thru. Yeah, the Cape Coral Police Department says that he was getting frustrated. Yeah, this was on April 30th, so a couple of days ago. Cops are called a little after 4 a.m., so this is obviously one of those 24-hour McDonald's. So they get a call for a robbery in progress at McDonald's in Cape Coral. Witness told police that a man and an employee got into a disagreement. They're arguing at the drive-thru, and the guy tries to steal the cash register. Then the guy just fled in his car.
What was the fight over?
Well, I guess over the service at the drive-thru, right? So surveillance video from the McDonald's shows the guy who was busted. They did catch up with 32-year-old Bray Allen Bamberger. Bam!
The guy's name is Bamberger.
Bamberger! Bam, 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 Bamberger. Yeah.
That's the best name for
Dude,
somebody being violent at a McDonald's.
It used to be a department store name, too. When I was a kid growing up in New York, one of the big department store chains up there, it wasn't just Macy's and Saks and Lord & Taylor and Bloomingdale's. They also had Bambergers. I wonder if this guy, and it's out of business. Bambergers is defunct. I wonder if this guy is all pissed off because he missed out on all the money from the Bamberger family. Not quite the heir that he thought he was going to be.
Are we not going to acknowledge this guy's one letter off of hamburger? I mean, you're going to talk about some department store in the 1960s and 70s and somewhere in the Northeast, and his name is literally Hamburger.
No. His
Swap
name,
the H for a B.
His name
He's
is
not the Hamburglar.
He's the Bamberger.
He's the Bamberger.
I mean, honestly.
So the guy's name is Bamberger, not Hamburger,
Out of McDonald's.
not Cheeseburger. His name is not Bray Quarter Pounder with cheese.
Bray McRib. He's Irish.
Oh, man. So surveillance video shows this 32-year-old talking with the employee. When the argument escalated, Bamberger forced his... Well, this is odd because the headline is that the frustrated customer at McDonald's drive-thru starts stealing or tries stealing the cash register. So it seems... So the argument seemingly started at the drive-thru, but then he went inside. Now, I thought a lot of these fast food restaurants that were open overnight, I thought that they had the interior locked and that you were forced to use the drive-thru for security reasons. Am I right?
You know, maybe if they had enough staff, 4 a.m. might be the time they open up for breakfast. I don't know.
Seems a little early, but as the story goes, 32-year-old Bray Allen Bamberger was seen talking to an employee at the front counter. Something happened. There was an argument. He walked behind the counter, pushed two employees out of the way, grabbed the cash drawer. Then two employees are seen on internal video trying to grab the cash register out of Bamberger's hands, and he finally lets go. Then they continue with their verbal altercation. He gets in his car, and then he leaves the McDonald's. So there's like a couple of pieces missing here in the story because initially he was frustrated at the drive-thru. So
he must have pulled around and walked in.
Yeah, that's what must have happened here, but it doesn't say how they got from point A to point B. Sometimes they crawl through the freaking drive-thru window. That's happened in the past.
You know, a lot of times, even though the dining room is closed, one door might be open for employees to get in and out.
Anyway, so later that night, the Lee County Sheriff's Office down near Cape Coral, they were able to ID the guy because, listen, they had all kinds of surveillance video from McDonald's.
Yeah, and his name is literally the exact thing that McDonald's sells.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's not.
It's
not
almost
literally the exact thing. The guy's name is Bamberger. It's not Hamburger, but it is funny. It's very close. So the cops tracked him down. They took his fingerprints from the restaurant's door.
Yeah.
So they were able to dust the door for fingerprints. They got his prints, And then they also were able to take his image off of the McDonald's surveillance video, and they put it all over their social media, and I guess the tip started rolling in. So cops arrived at his home, and then Bamberger says, yeah, I was expecting you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys to show up. And he said because he knows he's all over social media. So they posted his photo all over the place. Yeah, he said he had no interest in ripping off McDonald's for any cash, but he was frustrated when he went to the drive-thru, was not getting any help at the drive-thru, and I guess that's when he somehow made his way inside the restaurant, which, again, I thought that these 24-hour fast food joints, it's been my experience that after a certain hour, and I don't find myself out much at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, tugging on fast food restaurant doors.
You're not hanging out with Bamberger?
No. It's not a very common thing for me. But I have at some point been to places where the lobby or the interior of the restaurant is closed and you have to use the drive-thru.
Well, wait, where was this McDonald's?
Cape Coral. So here
Is it right off the highway? Because if it's right off the highway, they may have to have their lobby open for bathroom services.
Yeah, it's Lee County. It's Cape Coral, a couple hours south of Tampa Bay area. So anyway, he is hit with attempted robbery charges, 2 counts of battery because he's apparently shoving the McDonald's employees out of the way. And Fester's now looking at his booking photo from the Lee County Sheriff's Office.
And he kind of has a grimace on his face. Well,
It's the Bambergler. It's pretty funny. It's 6:49 at the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, so we've got an imbecile. I didn't get to this yesterday, so we'll get to this now. I've got audio, too. Yeah, this is a local story. Yeah, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, they arrested a dude with red and blue lights on his car, and he's like flashing the lights. A real cop pulls him over. HCSO pulls him over, and then he tries to say, yeah, I'm a TSA officer. Yeah, because TSA officers, they have red and blue lights, and they're trying to pull over cars on the highway. I want to check and see if you have the real ID, which goes into effect on May 7th.
I have a friend that works for the TSA. He drives a Kia.
Yeah.
So
does he have red and blue lights?
No, nothing like that.
Pull people over and search their luggage?
He just shows up and does his job. He does a good job.
Anyway, guy was arrested earlier this week impersonating a federal agent.
Was he really with TSA, though?
No, apparently not. Yeah, so he also the use of unauthorized emergency lights. Yeah, I've got the body cam audio. Yeah, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, they put this up a couple of days ago on their social media page, and it shows that Glenn Ross. Oh, Glenn Ross.
He's the other half.
You know what? We got to watch that movie again. I like that movie. Glenn Ross. So this guy is Glenn Ross, 67. They cuffed and stuffed him. He's in the back of an HCSO sheriff's vehicle. Yeah, this was a traffic stop Tuesday, a little before 2 p.m. This is along northbound I-75 near 301. And apparently he turned on red and blue emergency lights on his vehicle.
Idiot.
Yeah, accused of turning those on. Oh, he also had a spotlight. Then he identified himself as a federal agent. He displayed a fake TSA badge. No employment history at all with the federal government. No employment history with TSA.
How do they think this is going to end?
I don't know, but what is your gimmick that you have red and blue lights on your car and your TSA?
Was he trying to pull somebody over?
Listen, you're operating the metal detector and the X-ray machine at the airport, all right? Your TSA does not pull people over. Hang on a sec. Oh, that car looks suspicious. Let me pull him over and see if I need to check the luggage in their trunk.
I mean, would it have been more believable if he said he was with a different agency?
Yeah.
Yeah, still, the deputy would have figured it out in no time.
I'm a U.S. Marshal.
I'm a marshal.
Maybe the fake TSA badge was the only thing he could get online. I don't know. All right, so here's the audio from the body cam. This jackwagon, this moron. What a dope. Here's the audio from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office body cam.
So once I come out and I see your car with a bunch of lights on it, and then I see your tag, I was like, oh, who's that? And then you just happened to light me up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So at that point, when you light me up like that, and that's a civilian tag for one, that's an army tag. That's just, now you have a police car with lights in it, which are visible everywhere.
Yeah.
You have a spotlight on it. You have all kinds of stuff on it, making it look like a cop car, and then you turn your red and blues on.
No, I really
and it's not, nowhere in the system is that a cop car. All right? And on top of that, man, you've never worked for TSA.
Did you see my card in there? I was with TSA, not as law enforcement TSA,
So
as
why do you have a law
inspection.
enforcement badge? Why do you have a special agent badge? Yep, I got you. The phone will go to the jail, and then your wallet as well. Or an ID, the active ID. The rest will go to evidence.
What a schmuck. What a dope. I mean, how do these people think it's going to end? I'm going to pull people over. I mean, we've had the scams where they try to pull people over and then rip them off for money, or you've had some of the creepo sickos trying to pull over attractive women. So, look, and what the cop said, what the HCSO deputy said about the tag, they can run the tag, they can find out if it's a law enforcement tag, or a lot of times if it's a undercover car, or some cars, the tag comes back as unavailable in the DMV system, and that's also a dead giveaway that it's a law enforcement vehicle. But this guy's tag comes back as non-Leo, non-law enforcement. So what a jackwagon. TSA with red and blue lights on his car, and he's not even TSA. All right, 6:54 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. 7 o'clock hour begins next here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, popular kitchen appliance, big giant recall, 2 million units. Hopefully yours doesn't blow up. What is it? We'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, also Gen Alpha, not Gen Z, Gen Alpha, younger than Gen Z, apparently doing this terrible, terrible, terrible thing. And it's been pinned down to Gen Alpha. What are they doing that's really, it's like ick? And we'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Two college brothers. It is 7:01 at the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday. Welcome, everybody. MJ and the crew here. It is an hour from now that the Cash Kitty will roll back in. The first attempt today, 8 o'clock. So 1 hour away, 59 minutes to be exact. We'll give you the new Cash Kitty keyword, the text number, and you just text the word, and you could be in the running for that $1,000. Happens multiple times a day, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and then 5 o'clock. So what is Gen Alpha doing? Now, the years of Gen Alpha, bring up the generational chart. Like Gen Z, both my kids, Julian and Chloe, they're Gen Z. And Gen Z runs from what, like 1996 to 2012, right?
So Gen Alpha would be born from 2012, 2010, 2012 to now.
Yeah, there's just some overlapping in what they consider the generations. But, you know, let's just go with like 2010 to 2025 right now. This is Gen Alpha.
Yeah, 15 and under.
So right now, 15 and under, like Fester said, you know what's going on with Gen Alpha? Have you heard about this? Just the open mouth, non-covered cough.
Ew.
Yeah, they're just running around going,
Oh, stop.
I'm so,
That's just gross.
it is. Has anybody witnessed this? The Gen Alpha open mouth cough. I don't know.
Well, Fester's the one in the room with those individuals in his home.
I feel like I'm constantly telling my kids to cover their mouth.
Yeah, you know what? I see it
Yeah?
a lot.
I feel like that's something I do a lot.
But it's not just kids. It's not just what you'd think is Gen Alpha. I see a lot of people just out in public, just coughing and not making any attempt to cover up. See, I've always been the put my hand over my mouth cougher, and my kids always yell at me, Dad, don't do that. Cough into your, what was your?
Cough into the elbow.
Elbow?
Yeah,
Or,
Yes.
you put your elbow across your mouth
yeah,
and cough into that.
it's so easy to put my
No.
elbow.
Okay.
No, you don't put the
go like
butt of your
this.
elbow. You don't put your elbow bone. You put like the inside of your elbow.
I want to put the nub of my elbow into my mouth. I need to break my arm and have like a compound fracture, and then get it in there.
It's like Superman or Batman style is what they
Right.
used to say to the kids.
You know what? I also will do a cough into the shirt, which I think that's probably very effective. That if you're watching MJ TV, you can watch me do it right now. But a lot of times, or a sneeze, I'll do. So with a cough or a sneeze,
You're a shirt sneezer.
you know, if you want to call it that.
I'm gonna call it that because that's what it is.
And I think that's probably a pretty good, safe move. And if you're watching MJ TV, if you got a cough or you got a sneeze, it's you pull the shirt over your nose, and sneeze, sneeze into your shirt like this.
Yeah, but then you get your nip sweat.
Hang on a second. Looks like I'm walking around Kabul, Afghanistan right now. Hang on. Oh, hey, I gotta. All right. Shirt burqa. All right. So, the Gen Alpha open mouth cough as they just walk around. And apparently they're also shooting videos of openly coughing and putting it on social media. What the hell?
I mean, that's just nasty.
It is.
I mean, especially since COVID, and they used to do those. Remember on the news every night they would show you when you cough or when you sneeze how much of your junk is like just floating around in the air.
Oh.
That just creeped me out. So now that you know that, why wouldn't you cover up? Like, why do you want to? I don't understand that.
All of like the digital animations, the simulations
Yes.
we saw during COVID,
Yeah.
where when somebody coughs, when someone sneezes, and it just shows like the aerosolized like saliva and spit spray, and it projects 12 feet. Just remember the digital animations.
How far it goes.
Yeah,
But
that creeped Michelle out.
But
Made her skin
it
crawl.
doesn't matter because a mask stopped all that. So
Yeah.
cough away.
That makes me those images actually make me want to still wear a mask, like on a plane or in elevators.
So 2 things here. Gen Alpha is just walking around, and if they have to cough, they're not covering up, and they'll just, and a lot of times they exaggerate it. And with that behavior, they're also now overtly videoing some of these open mouth, deep coughs, and they're shooting videos almost like into their mouth and showing like their tonsils and their uvula. I mean, what is this freaking trend? Gen Alpha's cough, open mouth, raspy and harsh, almost like the cough of a 4-pack-a-day smoker.
Yeah, like a guttural cough.
Yeah,
Just,
so they're exaggerating the cough for video. So again, 2 different things here. They're just not covering up and just coughing in public, but now also they find it funny and they're videoing their coughs, which are probably faked and exaggerated, and posting it online. The hell?
It's getting me all choked up.
That's pretty damn nasty, man. Wow. All right, 7:07 at the MJ Morning Show. Just heads up on this. Yeah, Fester, this is right up your alley.
Does it involve coughing?
People fled a beach carnival in Connecticut. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. That just sounds like a funny image.
Are there beaches in Connecticut?
Yes, there are beaches in Connecticut.
It's on the coast.
They sound
Yes.
filthy.
So, guess what caused people to flee in panic from a Connecticut beach carnival?
Let me guess.
The police have narrowed down the situation. They've identified the catalyst for the people fleeing in panic.
What was it? A beached whale?
No, fart spray.
What?
I swear. I told you, right up Fester's alley here.
That's great.
Police in Connecticut said a group of kids used flatulence spray near the exit of some carnival on Jennings Beach, causing crowds to run. There was like a panic, a scramble, a mad dash. Yeah, the police wanted to reassure everyone. They actually had to put this on social media. So the cops in Connecticut said they wanted to reassure the public who may have seen people running from the carnival that there was nothing very dangerous. It was just a fart spray prank.
We get all bent out of shape over a little bit of fart spray.
This is what they posted. This is what? Fairfield Police in Connecticut? We want to reassure everyone that despite rumors circulating online, there were no weapons, no physical altercations, no injuries reported at the time. Police said the prank was repeated several times during the night. It started with small groups screaming and running, followed by a larger reaction where others began running without knowing the cause. Listen, this day and age,
You see people running.
people are screaming and running. You're thinking, man, there's some kind of psycho shooter with an AR and body armor on, you know?
Yeah, nobody wants to walk
No.
toward that.
It was kids with fart spray. That's all it was, folks. Kids with fart spray causing people to run. It doesn't even make a noise. It's just.
Where's your aerosol can? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had a sound effect for
Yeah,
aerosol
I do. I can't find it.
All right.
But also, isn't it like a pump as well?
I don't know.
Or
I thought fart sprays were all aerosolized.
go to Amazon. Does Amazon sell fart
I
spray?
bet you it does.
Yeah, go to Amazon. Let me see if that's. Let me see. You know, sometimes you have 2-hour delivery. I can have it delivered right here before the.
Oh.
I can have it delivered before the end of the show.
Gross.
Yeah,
Fart spray.
yeah, fart spray.
What do you want the building to be evacuated?
Yeah, super stink, mega sized fart spray. Insanely strong, extra potent stink. Fake poop smelling prank stuff. Smells like super bad gas.
Any Amazon Prime deliverable in the next 2 hours?
13 Wednesday, May 7th. All these are a week away.
What? Hold on. Let me go to my app here. I've got Amazon Prime. Hold on a minute. Let me go to my app. That doesn't make sense. Because some things, the quickest I've had something delivered via Amazon is like 45 minutes. I placed an order. Shoot. Drop my phone. Hang on.
Oh, I can get it today, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, that's after the show, though.
Yep.
Okay.
So Michelle's looking up fart spray.
You want to have a good time?
Yeah.
Let's read some of these reviews. Fart sprays.
What do they say, Fester?
Smells horrible. It stinks up the room and clears people out.
Hold on. 5-star reviews.
Yeah,
5 stars. Smells horrible.
I read the first one.
This stuff is putrid. 5 stars. 5 farts.
Yeah. Normally, I don't write reviews, but this deserves one. This fart spray is insane. Normally, fart sprays just smell really strong sulfur. But no, not this one. It genuinely smells like somebody.
All right, don't be too descriptive. Look at this one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at the name of this guy.
What?
His name is Winkle Shart. 500. The guy's screen name is Winkle Shart. He says, "Holy guacamole."
Okay, that's the one I just read a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
This was just posted on March 28th. That's a recent review.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, look at
March 27th. Oh, April 27th. This is 3 days ago.
Rob says potent. This stuff smells horrible. The first time I felt bad playing a prank on someone. Best money I've spent in a long time.
Yes!
Amazon delivered fart spray. I mean,
there's 5,000 reviews.
Oh, my God. Well, there's also multiple products.
On this one product. This one, the sponsored one, the bestseller, Laughing Smith Wet Farts.
Oh, that's Fester.
It's the name of the product. It's the name of the product.
Well,
I don't make up the name of the product.
You don't have to say it.
I want people to know the product. Look, 5,483 reviews. This one has 635.
How many people are buying fart spray on Amazon?
Apparently a lot.
A lot
of people are pranking a lot of other people.
Look how many different products. There are also like dozens of different. Oh, here's an automated. Look at this one. This is an automated fart machine, and it's a remote control sprayer.
Oh my God! You put that in the office and just let it go off every 8 hours.
Anyway, people started running to get away, and then you think that there's like some kind of crazy, awful situation. They got a shooter. Nope, just kids with fart spray at a Connecticut beach carnival, causing the gigantic panic. Holy crap. Oh, you want to hear something that I was told earlier in the weekend? Take this to heart. If you're going for a job interview, don't be freaking late. So I work out with Michelle twice a week. We go to, and I've already mentioned this once, but now the owner said, "Hey, I got more for you." So I told the story maybe, I don't know, a month ago. And the gym that Michelle and I go to, and it's now been 2 years. So if I've been doing this for 2 years, trust me, I like it. I'm getting results. Because, Michelle, how often do I do something for 2 years if I don't like it or if it's not working?
Not this kind of thing.
Never. The answer is never. So we work out twice a week at X Force Body, and it's a circuit deal. You're in and out in like less than half an hour, and man, I get a good workout. All my muscle definition is back. I'm holding my arm up here to MJTV, and Michelle, you're like, man, you're back to where I remembered you. What do you call it? Baseball muscle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a baseball muscle.
Yeah, hard as a rock, and but my
I have 2 baseball muscles.
But sir, but hold on, my muscle definition has come back anyway. So that's here's the deal. So will you stop doing your own little show on the side over here?
I'll tell Michelle about my baseball muscles.
Just stop.
Both of them.
So listen to this. So I don't know, a month ago, I told the story that they're always looking for good trainers. So if you're a good personal trainer, X-Force Body would love to hire you. They've got a place up in like Palm Harbor off of 19, and the one we go to is on Kennedy, right near Dale Mabry, right next to like the Metro Diner and La Segunda on Kennedy, right across from the Volkswagen place.
MJ goes to that plaza to work out. I go there to eat guava pastries.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So a month ago, I told the story, interviewing potential new trainers for the facility, and someone just walks in like with flip-flops on. I mean, just sloppy, like the toes, the little rubber piece jammed in between their big toe and the other toe.
Yeah,
and
that's how flip-flops work.
I know, but walking into a job interview in flip-flops, and essentially I said, get out of here. I mean, you don't show up to an interview in freaking flip-flops. All right, here's the other thing. Showing up late. So, this is insane. So, again, the owner of the
establishment,
Ely, owns this X-Force Body, which we love. And she had like 4 interviews for personal trainers set up earlier this week. 2 were on time. 2 showed up late. One was like 7 minutes late. One was like 15 minutes late.
What?
And I was like, oh, yeah, got stuck in traffic. Just sends them away. Yeah. No interview for you.
Good for her.
Show up on time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going for a job interview, just get there early. Sit in the parking lot for 15 minutes if you have to.
Yeah.
Walk in a couple of minutes early.
Right.
You don't walk in 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even get the interview. It's like you're done. You're toast. You're out of here. Go.
Good for her. I mean, she can't have people showing up late.
No. That's the worst thing in the world. I mean,
you know what? If you're a client and you're late, she'll fire you too.
No. I think there's some leniency for clients.
A little bit.
Yeah, being like, yes, Fester.
I like to show up a little late, make an entrance.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
Hey, everybody, the party's arrived.
Yeah. Show up late in flip-flops, right?
Or no, I'm a Croc guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's true.
Yeah, I would have showed up late in Crocs and be like, what's all this workout equipment doing here? Let's get a sandwich from La Segunda.
Hey, do you have any update on the cake sitting lady?
Oh, she's not going to do this.
None.
What is going? Well, Michelle got her merch. You got to bring it in.
Yeah.
Michelle ordered a T-shirt from the cake sitter, and that arrived quickly.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't arrive quickly?
It took a little while.
Took a couple of weeks.
I think we decided or determined that she had been off, like right around when Fester mentioned it, and I ordered the stuff. I think she might have been gone for like spring break for like a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks or something. And then she's come back and she's posted maybe 2 or 3 things since then.
Yeah, she hasn't posted a lot.
But have you read the requirements? Like when you submit a request, it has to be 30 days out, first of all. And I guess she's very selective. She's like, you may or may not be selected for her to do her cake sitting.
Oh, you have to be privileged?
Yeah.
You have to be, what? The honor has to be bestowed upon you for the lady to choose you?
Yes.
Okay.
For you to be able to pay her to bake a cake and then sit on it?
Well,
Yeah.
I think what happened is this is one person in their apartment making funny videos. And suddenly she has like 168,000 followers.
Right.
And it's proportionally much more than she thought it was going to be.
For her not to even respond to you, Fester, we're a radio morning program, and we're just trying to do an interview with the cake sitter.
If she has 1,000 requests.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot for one person who does this for a couple of hours a week.
But
Right.
still,
It's a process.
But, you'd think that your request, hey, we're a radio show based out of Tampa Bay, would you come on the show?
She might not have even gotten to read it yet. She might be very, methodical and go like by date of, submission.
All right, so the lady's on Instagram, and it's Cakes on Cakes, and you replace the E with 3s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's Cakes on Cakes, and you got to replace the E with a 3, and she's wearing like tight bicycle shorts. She makes the cake, and then she literally sits her butt on the cake. And I guess people are into this. And Fester found it, And I'm like, hey, let's get her on the show.
But here's the thing. She has 45 posts.
We got a cake opening over here.
But she has 45 posts.
All right.
About 40 of them are videos of her sitting on cakes. And just like a Netflix and chill night, I've been binge watched all of her content. And now it's like, well, okay.
And Michelle ordered merch. Michelle ordered, what does the shirt say? It says cakes on cakes? Or what,
No.
what does it say?
Buttercream bitches.
Yeah.
Oh.
Buttercream bitches.
That's what she calls her fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Michelle got the shirt, and you got to wear it next week.
Well, I figured I would wear it when I'm going to make the cake
Right.
for Fester to sit on.
Oh, yeah. So since she's not getting back to us,
Yeah.
Michelle's going to bake a cake.
Right.
And then let's do that next week.
Sure.
And
Yeah, not possible.
Oh, that's right. You got stuff next week.
She's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
busy.
do it next week. Do it next week.
No.
Our cake person's very busy over
All
here.
right, 7:21 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, the celebrity scam's back around. Yeah, which celebrity, what big name is part of, unbeknownst to them, a local scam? This scam's been going around for a while. Don't get scammed. What celebrity did someone think that they were having a relationship with and got bilked out of money? Oh, my God. All right, we'll tell you about this romance scam next and a whole lot more. We got creepy teacher stories coming up. Why don't they learn? I don't get it. Also, we will call the callback number for the jury duty scammer. We have the number. So we'll call that live here coming up in a bit. 7:21 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. If you're looking for a full... All right, 729 MJ Morning Show. Let's go. We've got an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ that starts right now. It's the celebrity romance scam. You know, I said to myself, how the hell did I miss this story? There was a new local version here, a new local incident with a celebrity ripoff scam story. And I was having a conversation with Michelle last night. I'm like, how the heck did I miss this? And then I realized that the story was last Friday night, and I'm not usually paying attention to the news on Friday night.
Well, you and a lot of other news outlets missed it because normally a story like this is published in, like, the New York Post picks it up, or I mean, there was People picks it up. I'm surprised because when I Googled it after you said it, I was like, yeah, it hasn't popped up in my feed. There was still only one outlet, which is our local Fox 13.
Yeah, so Fox 13 locally had the story. This is a week old.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I stumbled across it last night, but this was broadcast on Fox 13 last Friday, like at 6 or 11 o'clock or whatever. And one of the big celebrity names is Keanu Reeves, and Brad Pitt is another one that has shown up. And then I did a quick little search because I know that we've talked about the Keanu Reeves love scam in the past. And a woman down in Palmetto, the latest victim, thinking that she's communicating with Keanu Reeves and that Keanu Reeves needs money. He's in financial dire straits. And yeah, a lady in Manatee County needs to bail out Keanu Reeves. And I hate to say this, but how freaking gullible do you have to be to fall for this?
I mean, when was the last time you had a hit movie?
Dude,
dude, he is massive. Are you serious?
Dude,
Keanu Reeves right now?
He's up to John Wick 19 or something.
I've not seen any of the John Wick movies.
Oh, you got to watch them.
I've seen one. I might have seen two.
I've not seen any of them.
You haven't seen any, MJ?
So listen to what?
You haven't seen any of them.
I've seen one of them.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes. Don't tell me I was on an airplane somewhere without you and I watched a John Wick movie. Yes, I did.
All of those John Wick movies and movies like that, I've never seen any of them. I've never seen like the Reacher movies, like the Jack Reacher.
He lived in a very, very like modern, very stark single-story, modern, like all-glass house.
And what was the premise?
Wow, you're really going to try to go all out to prove to us that you saw a few minutes of this movie.
No, I saw the whole damn movie.
He had a
All right?
house.
All right, so here's what happened. So down in Palmetto, a woman has lost tens of thousands of dollars thinking she was helping out Keanu Reeves financially. Oh, my God. Diane Ringstaff did an interview with Fox 13. She was playing the game Words with Friends. You know, I've got the TV report here. Hey, you know, let me play a little bit of the TV report. And this is from, again, this is last freaking Friday. And the story just kind of got buried because, you know, the least watched news night is like Friday night. For a weekday,
Really?
the least watched news night is Friday
I
night
guess so. That makes sense.
for
yeah.
a weeknight. That's what, yeah, stuff will get buried in the, you know, like the 6 o'clock or the 11 o'clock news on a Friday night. It'll get buried.
Well, a Bay Area woman is out tens of thousands of dollars after she says she sent money to a scammer who said he was celebrity Keanu Reeves. Diane Ringstaff said she was playing Words with Friends when somebody messaged her saying he was the Hollywood actor. They started chatting over the next 2 years.
God.
Diane said she saw
2 years. My God. I mean, that is a very patient pig butchering scam. By the way, it's called pig butchering. And you know,
That's awful.
Oh, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awful
Yeah.
sounding.
The name of these elaborate scams to bilk people out of money with these romance scams, it's pig butchering. Do you know who is huge in the pig butchering arena? Think of who?
Like some Russian country?
Oh, you know, that's what I'm
So
looking.
like Russia, like
Listen to me. That's what I'm looking for. But you're getting closer. You're warm. Which country is huge in these pig butchering romance scams where it's a con game. It's a confidence game. They get you to think you're dealing with, you know, in some cases a celebrity. It's North Korea.
Yeah, that would have been my guess.
North Korea. Oh my God. They've got boiler rooms because North Korea, the isolated hermit nation, you know, with their nuclear program, the bulk of their money, they don't do anything. They don't manufacture anything. All right, maybe they sell Iran missiles and missile technology. But listen, the bulk of their income comes from ripping off Bitcoin, all kinds of elaborate worldwide scams. And pig butchering is one of them.
Plus, I heard Keanu Reeves is very popular in North Korea.
Oh, yeah.
Keanu's face during a few video chats, and then he sent her audio messages.
Good morning, my sunshine Diane. As you said last night.
Listen to this. This is a fake Keanu Reeves voice. They even sent this like AI generated fake Keanu Reeves.
I am sending this recording to let you know that I cherish you and that I am loyal to you. You will always be my queen. Have a great day today, Diane. Love you. Kisses from your loving Keanu.
Keanu said he needed tens of thousands of dollars in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for help with legal troubles.
Oh, what the? Oh, my God. Listen, Diane Ringstaff down in Palmetto, I'm sure you're a very sweet woman, but how the hell do you fall for this? I mean, clearly, Diane is not an MJ Morning Show listener because we've warned people about this constantly. Did I mention Brad Pitt? That's another one. Brad Pitt has been used over and over, and I remember we had a recent story about a Brad Pitt romance scam in the last, I don't know, couple of months. My God, Diane, down in Palmetto, listen to the MJ Morning Show.
Knowing what I know now and all the technology that's out there and fake voices and everything else, you know, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. I got a machine that goes ding, ding, ding. Oh, boy. Well, listen, and she's never getting the money back.
No.
She's out tens of thousands of dollars. I don't know if I've seen any other stories recently on the Keanu Reeves deal, but I found a whole bunch nationwide. So she says that she was vulnerable. She says she just lost her boyfriend. Then her dog died. She took out a home equity loan, sold her car, And she says that her losses in the Keanu Reeves scam are over $160,000. And this money probably went to North Korea, is what I'm guessing.
So remember a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
I thought I was being funny or cute or whatever, and I made President Trump say something that he may or may not have really said online, and I put it on our Facebook page thinking I was being kind of funny. And, you know, the Secret Service hasn't contacted me yet about it. However, I'm waiting for their call.
Oh, what'd you do?
I made a parody of President Trump saying how much he likes the MJ Morning Show.
No, we have that. We played that.
And he called me a big fat pig or something.
Yeah, hold on.
that.
Andrew, put that up on 19. Put that up on my sound page here. Yeah, so that's just an example of what AI could. Well, here it is. This is what AI can do.
I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face.
No, that's
real
Rosie,
President Trump.
You're fired.
Yeah,
that's real President
That's
Trump.
not what I want.
I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
No, that's old. That's Trump and Rosie. No, put on the. No. I want the
Fester.
I want the Fester. Yeah, I want the Fester one. All right. So Fester made this with AI.
Every morning, I listen to the MJ Morning Show. MJ is just fantastic. He is really terrific. And Fester, well, he is huge. I mean, hugely huge. He's a really fat person, very unhealthy. But let me tell you something. That MJ is really great. And of course, Fester, just a really fat slob.
So I had President Trump say that off of an app that I downloaded called Parrot.
Right.
And as I look at them, and I just opened it, as I look at the people who are available, one of the names is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, I mean, there's, you know, Ariana Grande, Eminem, Queen Elizabeth, Bernie Sanders, and there's Keanu Reeves. You could also do Nicolas Cage or Jim Carrey. I'm looking, I bet you Tom Cruise is on here, Will Smith. So you can, you know, download all of these. You have to pay for the subscription, which I'm not going to do. But, you know, some of them are free. But that's all they did.
And then here's the Keanu Reeves fake. Let me play it again. This woman down in Palmetto in Manatee County, this Diane Ringstaff.
Good morning, my sunshine Diane. As you said last night, I am sending this recording to let you know that I cherish you and that I am loyal to you.
Oh,
you will always be my queen. Have a great day today, Diane. Love you. Kisses from your loving Keanu.
Holy frig. And she is out over $160,000 because she was convinced by this phony operation, which apparently they were toying with her for 2 years. That is some freaking patience here.
That's the long game, man.
And then she gets suckered into that Keanu Reeves was having legal problems and needed money. Oh, man. You know, you say to yourself, who falls for this crap? And unfortunately, there are obviously people, as we've just demonstrated, that do fall for this. Listen, I feel bad for Diane. Diane, if you are listening, if you hear about this, if you listen to a podcast playback, whatever, I'm not like singling you out.
No, let's single her out. I mean, she's kind of an idiot. I mean, she's really dumb to think Keanu Reeves is falling in love with somebody who lives in Palmetto, Florida. I don't think he's ever been to Palmetto, Florida.
Anyway, the whole romance scam, the pig butchering is huge. You know what? If you want to phone in on this, have you ever been suckered? Do you know somebody that's been suckered? Did anyone attempt one of these romance scams on you with a famous individual? Who was it? If you have any aspect, any angle of this or on this, call us. I'll grab a couple of calls. We'll see what we get here. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. 800-990-1047. So if you have any experience with any of these romance scams with a fake famous person, you know somebody that got taken. Oh, did you have a relative that you had to talk off the ledge and say, no, don't send money to Brad Pitt. It's not Brad Pitt. We've had multiple stories like this over the years here on the MJ Morning Show. And I know we did one. It might have been Brad Pitt in the last couple of months. All right, if you have any information, if you have any experience with this, was this attempted on you? Do you know somebody that got rooked? 800-990-1047. So I knew that Keanu Reeves has been used, and I just did a quick little search. Here's one from December from NBC in San Diego. Vista woman loses life savings in Keanu Reeves' imposter romance scam. I'm telling you, this is freaking North Korea. North Korea is like number one in pig butchering. And that's the name. That's what this is called. When you fall for the romance scam, it's called pig butchering. Catherine Goodson told NBC7 San Diego that she sent thousands of dollars to scammers thinking it was for actor Keanu Reeves. She decided to share her story to prevent others from losing it as well.
I keep my mouth shut on that.
Jeez, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll just take the L.
Yeah, just take the loss?
Yeah, I'm not going to let anybody know that I'm that big of an idiot.
This woman, 67 years old, and she lost her life savings. If you just do a simple internet search on Keanu Reeves romance phone call, it's all over the internets. It's all over the webs about the Keanu Reeves in particular scam.
You know, he's kind of the perfect one for it because you don't hear anything really about him.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like dispute or deny.
Just when John Wick 12 is coming out.
Well, unless you're even watching those,
Yeah.
right? Like these people might not even have, what is it, on Netflix or something? So,
If I'm getting into a relationship with you online, I want to at least watch a couple of your movies.
So listen to this. The San Diego story, just like the Fox 13 local story for this woman down in Palmetto, how did this lady Goodson near San Diego end up? She says it all started in 2022, just like this woman in Palmetto. When she connected with someone claiming to be Reeves, he asked her to send him a $500 gift card to prove that she wasn't just interested in his fame and money. Oh, yeah, send me a $500. Yeah, Keanu Reeves needs a $500 gift card from you. Holy crap. So she got ripped off. San Diego, life savings. The lady in Palmetto, $160,000. LA Times did a story. Headline, no, Keanu Reeves is not in love with you. This was an LA Times story, holding it up to MJTV. Let's go to phones on this.
That's too bad.
800-990-1047, 800-990-1047 if you want to get in on this action. Let's start with Jessica in Riverview. Jessica, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. This happened to my mom with two celebrities.
Oh, no. What happened?
So we were at dinner. She came downtown for family dinner, and she brought her phone out, and she told me how excited she was. She was finally dating someone new, so I was happy for her. And then she had this look of, like a smirk, and she showed me, and it was Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
the guy that plays Hulk. And my mom, she's not unattractive, but she's not. Mark Ruffalo is dating a model, or he's married to a model. I said, Mom, how do you not know that this guy's married and he has kids? Like, this is what? And then
How long did it take you to convince your mom that she wasn't dating Mark Ruffalo online?
3 months.
Oh my God! So she was pushing back and saying, nope. Jessica, you don't know what you're talking about. Really?
She cut me, she stopped talking to me. Yeah, because of it. And I called my brothers, and she stayed at my house for a few days in the guest room, and she asked me to go get something, and that's when I saw Western Union receipts, and I was like putting the two and two together and realized she sent it to him. But then when she finally stopped with the Mark Ruffalo, another one joined in. I think it was the same person, just changed his information, and then it was Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam? Oh, my God.
Dwight Yoakam hasn't had a hit in a long time.
Oh, my God. See, this is what I'm looking for. These are Jessica, Jessica, you're the perfect first phone call on this. So your mom fell for the original Mark Ruffalo, and then she believed that Dwight Yoakam was after her?
Yes, and can I tell you, when it was Dwight Yoakam, I was like, that's more believable. He's older. Not that I thought that it was real, but I was like, I could have understood that one was first, if that makes sense. I was like, okay, I could see that being a thing of, maybe. But all you have to do is a quick Google search on any of these people. I just don't understand how anyone can think that's true. And same with like those catfish stories. How do you not, in this day and age, like FaceTime somebody?
All right,
you know,
Jessica, quick question: Did your mother dump Mark Ruffalo, or did Mark have to dump her?
I think she stopped calling him, or she did something to where she just stopped contacting him.
Was she having actual phone conversations with someone that was pretending to be Mark Ruffalo?
Yes. And
Wow.
he sounded nothing like him because he actually called one day when she was at my house. And I had her on the Ring camera.
Oh, my God. And where was this person? Like, what was the phone number? Did she have a phone number?
She had an actual phone number for him.
Do you remember the area code they used? Was it like an L.A. or a New York area code?
No, it was in the Midwest.
Yeah, I think Ruffalo lives in New York, Michelle. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, because we know people that have seen him in places in Manhattan.
So did your mom have like sexy talk with this guy?
Oh. You know, I don't want to know that, but I'm sure that she did.
Hey, Jessica, how old's your mom?
She is, right now she's 62. This happened when she was 60.
All right, so 2 years ago. So what are you, in your 30s?
I just turned 40.
Just hit 40. Wow. Did your mom send him money?
Yes, she did.
Oh, God. How much money did your mom send phony Mark Ruffalo?
About $18,000.
Oh, my God!
Holy crap! All right, so Jessica,
listen, it's a lot better than the 160 grand that the lady down in Palmetto is out.
Wait, but did she also send Dwight Yoakam money?
Yes, she did.
How much money did she send Dwight Yoakam?
A couple of $1,000, but he was supposed to be getting tickets to some like concert that he was going to be performing at, and like a VIP, all VIP access, and so she sent like $3,000 or $4,000 for that.
Oh my God!
All right, if I call your mother, can I have your mother's number? Because I want her to believe that I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
No, just. Oh yeah, go ahead. Hey, what's your mom's first? Jessica, what's your mom's first name?
Vicky.
Mickey?
Vicky.
Oh, Vicky. Hey, Shaq, go to work on Vicky.
Hey, Vicky, this is Shaquille
Can
O'Neal.
I tell you real quick, one more?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
my cousin, who's like my best friend.
Yep.
This is currently happening to her mother-in-law so much that she had to go cancel her bank account. Like they're in the process of getting, I don't know what it's called, like a power of attorney order over her. She thinks she's dating Austin Butler, the guy that played Elvis. And she has actually sent him over $70,000.
Oh, my God.
And this is currently going on right now. She actively believes it's him. And when we tried to stop her, she said, no, he makes her feel so good. They have great conversations that I'm sure get to that side.
Meanwhile, the kids are seeing the inheritance money go right out the freaking window.
Right out the window. She was about to sell her house. That's why they had to step in for power of attorney.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I am in the wrong business.
Jessica, Thank you, Jessica.
Of course.
Great first call. Thank you for listening. Thanks for calling in.
This is all highly illegal, right? I mean, you can't do this in this country, right?
Well, listen,
North Korea's getting away with it because it's North Korea.
This is called pig butchering. Shaq, can you talk to Vicky right now?
I wish Jessica would give me Vicky's phone number so I could call her up later and take her out for a Shaq-a-roni pizza. I'd love to rub icy hot all over her body.
Wait, and you can help her save on her car insurance by using the General.
For a great low rate you could get on time. Call the General and save a couple dimes. I forget how it goes. Listen, I used to miss...
Shaq, what kind of financial trouble? How much money do you need from Vicky, and what is the source of your financial trouble right now?
Well, you know, I have a Shaq-a-roni addiction, so all my money goes to Papa John's, and I just need like $25,000.
All right. Listen, what a call to start this off with. All right, let me take a few more here, and I got to move on. It's 7:51. I'm already running late. MJ Morning Show on Q105. All you got to do is call. If you have any kind of a story here, phone up Andrew, our producer, and tell us any kind of a romance scam story that you might have been a part of. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 gets you in. How about Paul is on 75 northbound somewhere? Hey, Paul, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, MJ.
Hey.
My wife was scammed by Elon Musk.
Your wife was scammed by the richest guy in the world, needed money from your wife?
Yes, and under the guise of a investment club, she was investing with Elon Musk, his mother, and one of his children.
And how long ago was this, and how much money did your wife get scammed out of?
This began in January and ended just recently, and the joint account lost $40,000.
Oh, so she's sending this money unbeknownst to you? She's doing it secretly?
Yes, I would wake up in the middle of the morning or the middle of the night, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and she would be on the telephone, and I would ask her the next, later in the morning when I would get out of bed.
How was she sending the money? What was the method of monetary transmission?
She would go to the local box pharmacies or to the local box department stores and buy cards, gift cards.
Oh, no, yeah, because Elon Musk wants gift cards for an investment opportunity. Oh, my God.
Yes.
40 grand, you guys are out?
We're out. The joint account, 40,000, and then she opened up credit cards in her own name.
Oh, my God.
She took our credit score from 780 down to 585.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so does she know now that she's been scammed?
Yes.
Oh.
I went to get guardianship, and I had an appointment with an attorney, met with an attorney, and it was going to cost $25,000 to get before a judge, and with no guarantees of guardianship.
Oh, my God. And do you have any idea where the scammers were? A lot of times it's North Korea, it's Eastern European. There are domestic scammers here in the country as well. Do you have any idea?
No, and on her telephone and throughout our family, we have the app, the telephone app, WhatsApp or WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yep. Oh, is that how they were communicating? WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
And was it like some foreign number, some foreign string?
It was, a typical WhatsApp number. It would start off with a plus sign and then 2 digits, 2 numbers.
Yeah.
And then space and then multiple other numbers and spaces.
Yeah.
And multiple
Anyway,
other numbers.
Paul, thanks for calling in. I'm sorry this happened to you.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, look at this. Look at the phones on this thing. Cuban Pete is in Tampa. Cuban Pete, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Good morning, MJ and crew. Yes, I have a group of friends that I hang out over there at Teresita restaurant in the evening sometimes, and there's a guy there that he's been taken over a year now. He's been taken by Sandra Bullock.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he keeps sending her money, and we tell him, listen, it's fake. They're taking you for a ride.
Jeez.
But it seems like a lot of these people that fall for this stuff are like down and out. They're vulnerable. They're down and out. They're having issues. And then they just go on the internet, and then they find these other people that tell them what they want to hear.
Hey, Cuban Pete, do you know how much money he's out?
I don't know, but I know he's retired, and he had to pay the IRS a bunch of money back because he was using his company money and everything that his retirement. Thousands. I would say thousands. It's been going on for over a year.
Yeah, mucho dinero, muy mal.
Yeah, and we talk to him, but he don't listen. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? You got to let them go with the flow until they figure it out on their own, and then
all right.
That's about all we can do.
Thanks, Cuban Pete. Have a great weekend, buddy.
You too. Long-time listener.
Thank you, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right, let me grab Andrew 2 more here because I didn't think the phones were going to blow up. We've had just amazing stories on this. Tanya in Pinellas Park. Tanya, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi. This one has to do with my sister. My sister and my brother-in-law lived in Alaska, and she ended up. The gentleman that was talking to my sister isn't famous, but she ended up leaving her husband, moving to Florida, losing like 40 grand for this guy. She wasn't paying her bills for this guy who was too gorgeous. Like his parents messed well, but she left her family.
It's unbelievable. It's just terrible. The amount of money that people have lost, the relationships, the families have been destroyed. And, trying to get through to people and say, no, you're not talking with Brad Pitt. You're not dating Keanu Reeves.
They believe it so much in their head, you can't make sense to them.
Exactly. It's like talking to a wall, and then they try to shut you out and they close you down. And nope, you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I've told this story before. I had a relative in my family, and they don't know the exact amount, but they think it's like $250,000 to $300,000 was lost in a scam because a woman befriended a family member, a relative of mine, some woman, and she was like from Bangkok or something. I think she was from Thailand, and convinced the relative that they were going to make a fortune on crypto just so that it was this whole confidence game of weeks and weeks or months of talking, and then finally it was send me the money, and then I'm gonna put it all into Bitcoin and show you how to make a fortune. And relative, boom, out up to $300,000. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate the call. Holy crap! All right, I got to move on here, but is that amazing? The phone calls we. A celebrity is not in love with you and going to ask you for money because they're having some financial issues. My God.
If any ladies out there want to have a phone relationship with Cajun Fester for money, 813-310-8444.
Hey, Cajun Fester, why did you give the pitch?
Well, hello there. Listen, I'm here looking for love online. I want to take a little lady folk down here to the bayou here, get you up at my house, make a little etouffee at your private
You having any financial issues?
Listen, I'll tell you right now, times are tough down here in the bayou here.
Yeah.
I used to hunt alligator skins.
Right.
And right now, there's not a lot of alligator skins here.
Market soft?
It's not the demand isn't there.
Right.
But I could use a little financial help, and I'm looking for a little love at the same time.
You got a tax lien against you?
The IRS.
Yeah, big tax lien.
Coming down after me.
Yeah.
Louisiana Shelf come down here to the bayou looking for me.
You're looking for a new skiff to cruise the swamp?
Listen, I need a couple of new skills here. But listen, you come down here, I'll wine you, dine you, and do all other kind of things to you. Just a couple of dollars here. You take care of your Cajun Fester.
What about some beignets?
I'll make a beignet out your booty. I'll make a gumbo out your private parts if the numbers are right. Yeah, but if anybody here looking for love, looking for some love with some Cajun Fester here, I'm down for it.
813-310.
I have a Tampa number. I live in the bayou, but my phone number come up in Tampa. But 813-310-8444. And go Tigers.
All right.
Go Tigers.
LSU Tigers.
LSU Tigers. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. All right. 8 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, we got to give you speaking of scams, the jury duty scam, we're going to call the number. And I'll explain. If you didn't hear the jury duty scam call, I'm going to rerun it here. And then I want to call up the number that the fake deputy with Pinellas County left our friend on the jury duty scam. Don't fall for anyone telling you missed jury duty and we're about to arrest you. But you can solve this right now by sending us $2,500. Don't fall for the scam. All right, first the cash kitty. This is not a scam. This is a Beasley company contest here. This hour's word is feet. Not like clodhoppers, it's feet. Like, wow, that is a great feat. The fact that you just won the decathlon.
So F-E-A-T?
Yes, F-E-A-T. So this hour's word is feet. That's F-E-A-T.
Are we trying to confuse people with this contest?
Yeah, really. All right.
Is that what we're trying to do?
Text the word feet, F-E-A-T, nationwide to 45911. Do it before 8:25 for a chance at $1,000 right now. Or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. So text the word feet, that's F-E-A-T, feet, to 45911. Good luck. So this is the 8 o'clock contest. We'll do it again. New word happens at 10, then noon, then 3, then 5 p.m. here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105. All right, it's 8:01. Speaking of scams, if you haven't heard this already, a friend of ours, they tried to rip him off with the jury duty scam. And it involved a fake Pinellas County deputy sheriff calling up our friend and saying that they missed federal jury duty. First of all, no one's calling you on the phone threatening you with arrest and saying send money because you missed jury duty. And certainly the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office is not calling and telling you that you missed federal jury duty and we're coming after you. Get the hell out of here. I mean, it's
generally
ridiculous.
speaking, if the feds want you for something, they have like a concierge service where they'll pick you up.
Yeah, I think so.
They'll kick your door in.
They'll send the car for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll send the car service for you.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So here's the original phone call, and then we have the phone number of the scammers. So I'm going to call the phone number of the scammers in just a second. If you miss this, our friend was on the phone for like 35, 45 minutes. Our friend gave the scammer their email address. They sent over 3 phony documents via email. You know, you could tell they were photoshopped. There was like a federal summons and everything. It's like, get out of here. Their name was like put on top. So they were on some sucker list somewhere. Their information was compromised because then also the friend's husband also got a call. So they had all this contact information. I don't know where they got it, but thought that they were an easy mark. So initially our friend was scared and called me and Michelle in a panic. And I was actually recording in my home studio. And I said, just keep them on the line. I'm almost done recording. So I was in a perfect spot to then record the phone call because then they conference called me in. I get on the phone pretending to be the attorney for my friend. Listen, we're very, very concerned about this matter. I've looked at the documentation. How do we resolve this matter right now?
All right, sir. How are you doing today, sir? My name's Deputy Jonathan Crawford.
Yeah. What's your badge number?
84669, sir.
Gotcha. And which office do you work out of?
All right, I work out of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, sir.
Gotcha. And what's the address there?
All right, we're on Olmerson Road, sir.
Gotcha. What's right across the street from the sheriff's office?
Sir, listen, sir.
No, you listen to me. What's right across from the sheriff's office on Olmerton Road?
Listen, sir, I'd appreciate if you stop and insult my integrity.
Yeah, well, tell me, what is the name of the pizza shop right across the street?
Sir?
What is the name of the pizza shop?
I can't hear you, sir. What was the question?
What is the name of the pizza shop right across from the Olmerton, Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
Largo Plant. There's the Target store, then the Paradise Shops of Largo.
No. What pizza shop is right across the street from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office? What, are you looking at Google Maps right now?
No, sir, I'm not.
Yep. Gotcha.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, who's your sheriff? What's his name? Who's the sheriff of Pinellas County?
Bob Galtieri.
I'm sorry, what?
Bob Galtieri.
No, you're not pronouncing that properly. No, you're not.
Listen, sir.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What is the primary vehicle for the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department?
SUV, sir.
Yeah, which one? You should be able to answer. The patrol deputy's vehicle. What is the number one vehicle?
An Expedition, sir.
No, that's incorrect.
It's not, sir.
No, that's incorrect. You can't even pronounce the sheriff's name right. You can't even say Bob Gualtieri correctly. Your deputy who?
Jonathan Crawford.
Just out of curiosity, why are you calling about a federal document when that should be the U.S. Marshal's Office and not the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
Because, sir, obviously the 2 U.S. deputy marshals who hand-delivered these summons were in question, sir.
Yeah, sure. Hey, how about you go off? Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Yeah, how about you tell your wife to suck my How about that?
You just gave yourself up, you piece of
Yeah.
You just gave
sir.
yourself. How many people have you scammed today? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from your mother's house. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, you're a deputy. Yeah, you're Jonathan Crawford. How many people do you scam a day, you moron?
Yeah, suck my
You're not gonna scam us, buddy. Have a nice day, you piece of shit. I'm glad we wasted a boatload of your time.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I appreciate it. Suck.
Goodbye. Then there was a homosexual slur at the end. I bleeped out the F word there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's follow up on this. The scammer, and you might have heard this the other day because we played a little bit of the voicemail. The scammer left a voicemail for the husband of our friend, and we have the number. And it's actually a local number. It's a 727 number. So I have the number of the phony deputy or whatever burner phone that they're using. So we can call that up. And I don't know if it's just going to ring. I don't know if they're going to answer, if it's going to go to voicemail. So what do you say we give it a shot? Ready?
Are you going to give yourself up?
Say it again.
Are you going to give yourself up?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey,
Oh, yeah.
I think you're looking for me?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a call from this number.
You know what?
I have a problem.
I know you want $2,500 to take care of my jury duty issues.
Yeah.
You know what? What if I send you $7,500?
Yeah.
All right. Let's triple clear it up.
Triple clear it up.
I don't want any problems in the future. I'll just pay it now.
All right. Hey, let me dial these. Let me dial these idiots up. It's a 727 number, by the way. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm going to give out the number, too. Just load this scammer's phone up.
Deputy Jonathan Crawford with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. If you would, please leave your name, your number, and a brief message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Oh, thank God you've answered. Hi, Deputy Crawford. This is Milton Fludgecow. You contacted me about my missed federal jury duty, and I'm just beside myself. How do I clear this up? I know you want $2,500, but I don't think that's enough. I want to send you $175,000 just to make sure it's really all cleared up.
Hey, you scammers, you pieces of garbage. Yeah, I'm live now, so I can't curse and bleep myself out like I did on the recording. By now, hey, have you heard that you guys are stars on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Tampa Bay? Yeah. Guess you called the wrong folks. Yeah, friends of mine that then patched me in. And yeah, I was the guy that you lost your temper on and told me you were calling from my mother's house and to bleep your bleep and all that stuff. You piece of crap. We got you figured out here, pal. We busted you. I sniffed you out, and then we got you to show your true colors. Phony Deputy Crawford. You wanker. Go with some British, some British slurs here. All right. Hey, dude, I'm going to give out your number right now. By the way, hey, anybody want to call the phony Deputy Crawford?
Does anybody from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office want to call phony Deputy Crawford?
The number, I'm sure this is like some Google burner phone or something or whatever. Yeah, it's 727-440-3922 is the number. That's the number I just called. That's the voicemail we're on right now. 727-440-3922 for phony scammer Deputy Crawford, which is just, I believe they stole the name. Hey, by the way, we're still recording. So I believe that this Deputy Jonathan Crawford, I think they're a detention deputy in Pinellas County. And
You're giving them more information.
And just stole. They obviously, they stole the information. They know this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, have a great weekend. 727-440-3922. Phony scammer. I mean, how many folks do you think they take? I'm hanging up on them now. All right. Look at that. So they have a voicemail set up.
What was the number?
727-440-3922.
Okay.
Yeah. Is the number they're using for their phony jury duty scam collection racket. Wow. Hey, Michelle, do you know what color is hot right now? I mean, you're into fashion. I mean, you're not like overboard, but, you're very fashion conscious and, you're fairly well put together.
No, she is very overboard. She is quite avant-garde.
You mean like a color like to wear?
Yeah. What color is hot right now? And I hate it. Oh, my.
Oh, me too.
God. Hold on. You know what it is?
I think.
What color do you think is like hot right now that a lot of the celebrities are wearing.
Is it yellow?
It is.
Ugh.
Yeah. What is going on? Have you seen, for instance, one of the images that is like seared in my eyeballs is that awful, like bright yellow suit that Timothy Chalamet is wearing. Have you seen that picture?
I think that was from the Oscars.
Was that what it was? It Oscars? Oh my God!
Yeah.
I've just seen. It's called buttered yellow, and it's like it's the color of a stick of butter.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you have the butter that's like extra yellowy.
Yeah.
Do they add coloring to that? But the color is called butter yellow.
Yeah.
And all these celebrities, like Timothy Chalamet and others, are whatever reason they're wearing like here's a star wearing McQueen. What is it? Alexander McQueen?
Yeah.
That's like a high fashion brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like expensive crap, right? Alexander McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
We had a friend that actually was the U.S. CEO for a while for Alexander McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you ever get anything at a good price?
I did.
Oh, you? What'd you?
Let's move along. Yeah, the yellow's hideous. I don't know. You know what? It doesn't look good on me. I do not have the skin tone for that at all.
I don't think anyone has the skin tone to wear frickin' Big Bird yellow.
What are you, crazy? What if your skin color is toast? A nice little smear of butter on some toast. So
I want cream cheese.
So I typed in butter yellow celebrities.
Yeah.
And a list from Cosmopolitan came up. Hailey Bieber wears it. Sophie Turner. I don't know who all these people are. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, I know
you don't
Sabrina
know who
Carpenter
Hailey
is.
Bieber is?
I know who Hailey is, but I didn't
you
know
don't know who Sophie Turner is?
I don't know who Sophie Turner is.
I know all these names. Emily Ratajkowski.
But look at her. She's wearing
Emily.
Emily.
You know all these people?
Hold on, what'd I say?
Emily?
Emily.
Emily. What'd I say?
That's not what you said.
Okay,
you said it a little wrong.
It's Emily.
Who is she?
She's a model. Exactly.
She could use
I know
a
she
sandwich.
is.
She could use
Hold on, scroll back.
So here's Emily.
Okay, there's Rihanna has been spotted in this butter yellow.
The color looks good on Rihanna for sure.
Yes.
I just don't like.
And look how she coordinated her hair. That looks so pretty on her.
I don't like Aubrey Plaza. I've heard the name. What the hell does she do?
I think she was in something. Chloe told us.
Emily,
and then her husband, I think, died recently.
Yeah. I heard that too.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, but they're all wearing this butter yellow.
Butter yellow.
And then after they sweaten it for a while, it becomes salted butter yellow. Get it? Because butter's salted or unsalted.
You know what?
Yes.
It's like a French's mustard yellow. How about Golden's mustard? That brownish. How about Dijon? Give me Grey Poupon.
Some honey mustard.
There you
know
go.
who started this trend?
Who the hell started this?
The owner of the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, there you go.
That guy's an entrepreneur, man. Nothing but respect for that guy.
I hate it. Buttered yellow is the hottest Hollywood color right now, and they're all wearing it. That's ridiculous. Oh, I mentioned this earlier. Just a quick little note here, because if I can save your kitchen from burning to the ground, I'm here to help. Over 2 million Ninja pressure cookers are being recalled after serious burn injuries. Ugh. Shark Ninja is recalling more than 2 million pressure cookers sold in the U.S. and Canada. Over 100 burn injuries, spanning from a hazard that can cause hot food to spew out.
Hey, hold on. You put 2 million pressure cookers out there, and there's 100 burns. Isn't that just like law of averages of really stupid people?
That's what I want, a kitchen appliance that just blows hot, steamy food into your face.
I'll take my chances.
Anyway, if you've got a Ninja cooker, it's the Ninja branded Foodie OP300 series multi-function pressure cooker. They have a lid that can be operated while the pressure cooker's in use. Oh, so yeah, you shouldn't be able to open the lid. Should be like an interlock, you know?
The pressure should keep it shut.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hey, guess what? Hey, Tampa Bay area in the national news again. Of course, it's right here. We have a Powerball winner behind bars after kicking a local police officer. I think in the face.
Ooh.
How big of a Powerball winner was it?
How about $167.3 million up in Kentucky? So what do Kentucky Powerball winners do? They come on down, enjoy some beach time at the trade winds on St. Pete Beach, and then they kick cops in the face.
You know what? It's a nice resort.
You know, I tell you right now that over the years, we have given away plenty of stays at the trade winds.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think back over the years, in my 30-plus years in the Tampa Bay market, we have had, the radio stations I've worked at, we've had a crap load of trade with the trade winds.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the trade winds. We have a lot of radio trade.
Well, we're not going to buy it, but we'll trade you for it.
Yeah. No, we've given away tons of prizes, including like a staycation at the trade winds. We did it. Hey, remember we were doing the Q105
staycation a day or something?
We were doing that. We did trade winds just like within the last 4 years or so.
And just to think, our winner could have been next to this Powerball winner.
All right, listen to this. Days after claiming a $167.3 million Powerball jackpot, a Kentucky man is behind bars charged with kicking a cop in the face during a melee, a fracas, at the trade winds in St. Pete. According to court records, James Farthing.
That's the name?
If you take the H out, he's James Farting.
Yeah.
James Farthing.
How many times does he have to correct people on that name?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Farting. It's Farthing.
Mr. Farting, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Mr. Farting.
It's not Farting.
Mr. Farting, please.
You're saying it wrong. There's an H in it.
So James Farthing, a 50-year-old ex-convict, was arrested on Tuesday night this week on felony and misdemeanor charges in connection with this altercation at the Trade Winds Resort over here in St. Pete Beach. Farthing was at the resort with Jacqueline. You can't make this crap up.
What's her name?
The woman he was with was Jacqueline Fightmaster.
No.
I swear to God. All right. Farthing was at the Trade Winds with Jacqueline Fightmaster, his 42-year-old girlfriend. Farthing and Fightmaster, they appeared Tuesday at a Kentucky Lottery press conference announcing the Powerball win, which Farthing is splitting with his 70-year-old mother. Farthing won the April 26th Powerball drawing, purchased a winning ticket at Clark's Pump and Stop in Georgetown, Kentucky, 15 miles north of Lexington.
So all this is happening in the last week?
Oh, this is like they won, and then boom, next thing you know, he's on St. Pete Beach.
I'm going to Trade Winds.
It's like he bought a teleporter. It's like Star Trek. On Tuesday evening, one day after posing with an oversized jackpot winner check.
Here's the picture.
Yeah.
There's mom and
with the Kentucky Lottery, folks.
There's Farting.
You got the whole Kentucky Lottery backdrop with all the logos on the back. They're holding up a Powerball $167.3 million. You got a bunch of dumb rednecks out of the hills of Kentucky here.
No kidding.
So getting $167.3 million. Next thing you know, he's kicking a local cop in the face. All right, here's the rest of it. So he poses with his mom. Then he gets down to St. Pete here, punched a male victim in the face during an argument at the Trade Winds. Subsequent to that alleged battery, a sheriff's deputy sought to break up the fight in progress between Farthing and the other individual or another individual. And while trying to stop the fight, Deputy Nicholas Arostatigo, so this is Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Nicholas Arostatigo.
Okay.
If I'm pronouncing it properly, hopefully I am, Deputy, reported he was kicked in the face by Farthing. I'm glad it wasn't farting. Glad it was. After reviewing the body cam footage, the deputy stated he observed the defendant winding up his right leg and kicking him in the face in an attempt to injure or incapacitate myself. This is in the arrest affidavit. Yeah, the deputy said the kick caused him pain in his face, resulted in swelling and redness under his right eye. After being kicked, the deputy ordered Farthing to turn around and place his hands behind his back. What do you do, like a roundhouse kick on him? The defendant refused to do so and attempted to flee on foot out of the hotel. I mean, what a freaking 24 hours. You won $167 million. You got the giant lottery check for Powerball at the Kentucky Lottery headquarters. And then hours later, you're kicking a Pinellas County deputy sheriff in the face of the trade winds?
He's going to get jail time in Florida. He wants to come down to Pinellas County. He's going to be spending a while here. Right?
Yeah. Then, simultaneously, the girlfriend, she gets involved. So, Farthing, the guy, he refused to submit, turn around, get cuffed. He flees on foot. He runs out of the hotel, out of the trade winds. What is he? He's now running down what? Gulf Boulevard?
Yeah.
All right. So simultaneously, Fightmaster, she was actively engaging in an argument involving other guests, and her boyfriend was trying to, fight and get involved on behalf of her boyfriend. And her name is Fightmaster. Then she starts fighting with other patrons at the bar. So she was busted for causing a disturbance. She apparently was very intoxicated, yelling, screaming, making incoherent statements, according to the Pinellas County arrest affidavit. Can you imagine? Her name is Fightmaster. Are you kidding me?
I've never heard that name before. I've never met anybody named Fightmaster.
Fightmaster.
And this woman.
Sounds like boxing equipment.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, I got my new gloves from Fightmaster. Yeah, those turnbuckles, you know who makes those?
No, Fightmaster.
Fightmaster.
Yeah, best in the business.
Yeah. Hey, you know the gauze?
Yeah.
You know the gauze that you and the what is it? The styptic? What is that? The step?
I don't know.
You know, stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Where do you get the supplies when they're in the corner? You're cleaning them up. What catalog do you get it from?
The Fightmaster.
Fightmaster catalog.
Yep.
Oh, you're not going to believe this. The bartender who was on duty that night's on the phone.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, hold on a minute. This is great. I still have a little more to the story. Anna Marie, named after the island, I think. Anna Marie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
So you work at the Trade Winds?
Yes. So I had actually seen them earlier that morning or that afternoon when they came in to check in, and they came back that night. And yes, I've been waiting on them.
What were they like prior to the melee?
Actually, they were very cool. The guy that was he got in a fight with, he's the one that started it. When he found out he had won the
whoa, hold on a sec. The guy that he fought with actually started it with Farthing?
Yes.
What happened?
So the guy James was sitting at the bar. He came back from dinner, and he was like upset. And I asked him what was wrong, and he was like, "I can't comprehend this. I just won the Powerball." And the guy next to him was like, "Well, even if you didn't," because he said he had just gotten out of prison. He was like, "Even if you didn't, that's a great story."
Wait a minute, hold on. So Farthing, hold on a minute. Farthing, the Powerball winner, said that he had just gotten out of prison?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So what? Do you know what Farthing was in prison for?
No. Everybody asked me that, but I didn't. It like all happened so fast. I didn't even really get a chance.
Wow.
He was like so upset about just he couldn't believe himself. Like what had happened. And then everybody at the bar was kind of looking it up, and they're like, "Oh, here's the video. He really did. And
so people at the bar, they Googled it, and they found the video of them with the big ceremonial check at the Kentucky Lottery headquarters?
Yeah, with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see that picture right here.
All right, so how did the other guy start the fight with Farthing?
So he was saying like, "Oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful." And then the guy was like, "Oh, do you want me to baptize you?" He was just being stupid. And then the next thing, he got in the guy's face. And obviously, if you've been in prison or jail before, you're not going to let someone get in your face.
Yeah, this guy's, he's a rough guy.
Oh, yeah. He's all tatted up. He's got like a biker. He's got like an outlaw biker look to him. I'm sorry. Hold on. Say it again.
He was actually a very nice guy.
I'm sure he was, but he's not the kind of guy you want to mess with, is what I'm trying to say.
No, definitely not.
All right, so he gets into the fight with the other customer at the bar at the what's the name of this bar at the Trade Winds?
It's the Island Grand.
It's what?
Island Grand.
Island Grand.
Island Grand Bar at the Trade Winds. All right, so how quickly, who called the cops? Who called the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office?
The security did.
All right, how long did it take for the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office to get there?
Oh, not long. Like within 2-3 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's fair. That is a killer response time. All right, did you actually see Mr. Farthing, the Powerball winner, kick the cop in the face?
No, when I saw that, I saw them like trying to grab him and take him around. I saw him kick, but I thought he kicked the other guy. I didn't know he had actually kicked the officer. But I did see him try to kick, yeah.
Okay. Now, did they settle the tab before he was taken to the Pinellas County Jail?
They didn't.
What?
No.
How much was the tab? How much did they leave open?
It wasn't much. It was just they only had a shot. And he bought the guy that hit him a shot.
Oh, my God.
I mean, this guy sounds like the nicest guy ever, winning a lottery, coming to Florida, buying drinks for people in the bar.
Yeah, he was actually very, very kind. I feel terrible for him, and I feel even worse for his mother.
Well,
so some local jackass ruined this guy's celebratory trip.
And what about the girlfriend? What interaction did you have with the girlfriend named Fight Master?
I really didn't. I mean, she seemed very nice when they first came in too, but obviously she was sticking up for her boyfriend.
Yeah, her name is Jacqueline Fight Master.
Well, she definitely was feisty.
Yeah, feisty Fight Master. Wow.
MJ, isn't the rule of thumb? Isn't the rule of thumb if you win this lottery, if you win this big prize, even if you take a trip immediately,
right?
You don't
Yeah,
tell.
he said he was coming down to buy a house on the beach.
Oh, hold on. We're getting more information by the moment here. He told you he was coming down to buy a house on the beach in St. Pete.
Yep. That's why he was there.
Wow.
You know what? He can do it.
What, hours after getting the check, he's already buying real estate.
So if they would take,
he was definitely to enjoy it. Who wouldn't, right?
Yeah, really.
The one lump payout, MJ, $77 million.
Yeah, and then you split that with mom, and then you got federal taxes. I don't know if Kentucky charges you. I don't know if Kentucky does a tax on lottery winnings.
So wait, maybe he gets $20 million clear?
Yeah, I got
maybe.
Yeah, plenty of money.
You could buy a place on the beach for that.
Yeah.
Live nicely.
So he was in prison for 2 years.
Yeah, what does it say? What for?
Oh, he's got a bunch of charges. I mean, he was a part of an organized crime.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Oh, jeez.
He's gonna fit right in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
tampering with physical evidence, like probably after the fact.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And hold on, Andrew's got something. Yes, Andrew, say that again, please.
I believe this violated his probation.
This.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is
he
a
had 3 months left. He had 3 months of parole left.
Oh, 3
That's
months.
what his girlfriend was screaming.
So he's in trouble with 3 months of his probation left.
Could he even leave Kentucky on probation?
Probably not.
I mean, I got a buddy on probation.
Wow.
He can't leave like the county.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Anna Marie, listen, you've been phenomenal. Thank you so much for phoning in. Thanks for listening.
Of course. Have a great day.
You too. Look at
That's
that.
amazing.
The bartender from the fight with the Powerball winner.
I feel bad for this guy all of a sudden.
I don't feel bad for him.
Well, I feel bad that he came down here and some guy tried to start crap with him, and he's a hothead.
Anyway, Farthing was booked into the Pinellas County Jail early Wednesday morning for battery on a law enforcement officer. That's a felony. 2 other misdemeanor counts. Bond set at $10,000 on the felony rap. And apparently he's still behind bars due to a Kentucky felony warrant charging him with parole violation.
Mm-hmm.
So
What, are they going to send him back to Kentucky?
Oh, he's going to be extramodited.
What, he flew in first class and he's leaving on Con Air? Is that how that goes, Lee Man?
Con Air's federal. Farthing supervision by the Kentucky Department of Corrections began in September 2023 and was due to end in late August.
Oh, poor
So,
bastard.
May, June, July. 3 to 4 months of probation left. And now, this guy, what do you say? He's got convictions for theft. This is more here. So convictions for theft, receiving stolen property, escape, drug trafficking, promoting contraband, tampering with physical evidence, and engaged in an organized criminal syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
That's who wins the Powerball.
He's going to need it for a great lawyer.
Yeah, really.
He's going to buy the best lawyer in Louisville.
Yeah, he's going to hire Kevin Hazlett.
Listen,
the lawyer to the bad boaters.
Hey, make your jokes. It's not a bad idea.
Oh, my God.
Also lawyers to the Powerball winner.
Yeah, there you go. All right. 8:31 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, speaking of the boating accident with Jeff Knight, did you see the Daily Mail piece that they did on Jeff Knight? Yeah, there's a whole, we've been through a lot of this guy's history. Like Michelle, from memory yesterday, you went down a whole laundry list that, this Jeffrey Knight, the guy that was allegedly the captain of the pleasure craft that ran over the top of the Clearwater ferry, killing Mr. Castro. Unbelievable. What a terrible story.
Yeah.
You pulled, his history of legal issues. I mean, it's like pages.
Oh, yeah. That's just Pinellas County.
What else exactly?
I don't know.
What do you remember? Or do you have it with you?
No, I don't.
All right. What do you remember?
Oh, just that, I shouldn't say dozen. Lots and lots of vehicular,
infractions,
right? Like speeding, reckless, careless, just back to back to back. Also dog issues. I don't know what's going on with dogs with him, like not on leashes, biting, fines of that sort. And then the boating issues, the letting someone under the age of 14, drive the boat without proper supervision. He did have an incident back in 2019 where I guess he did hit another pontoon, and some ladies were injured significantly, and that was settled, for an undisclosed sum.
Well,
so, I mean, I don't know why. How does he even still have a license? I'm just not even sure.
You don't want to apparently you don't want to be on the road near this guy, and you don't want to be on the water near this guy.
No.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, everything he's been involved in has been relatively minor compared to something like
well,
this.
hang on.
No. He's two boating incidents. One where the ladies sued and they were significantly injured. And then the other one where the dude died.
The Daily Mail. So the Daily Mail did a whole piece this week. Their headline is Sordid History of Millionaire Skipper Jeff Knight at the helm in fatal Clearwater ferry crash. Written by Greg Woodfield in Clearwater for Daily Mail. So Greg Woodfield, I guess, is a local that wrote this piece for the Daily Mail. The skipper of the boat that slammed into a packed ferry, killing a 41-year-old husband, is a wealthy local entertainment tycoon once accused of negligence in another boating accident. DailyMail.com can exclusively reveal Jeffrey Knight, 62, who has multiple venues in St. Petersburg, Florida, lives in a $5.2 million waterfront mansion, was at the helm of the 37-foot triple-engine vessel when it hit the Clearwater ferry on Sunday night. 10 people among the 45 on board the 40-foot ferry were injured. One obviously killed in the mass casualty event. People being shuttled for the final night of the Clearwater Sugar Sand Festival. Knight's boat carrying 6 passengers left after the crash. Anyway, I mean, there's just a whole story here. DailyMail.com can reveal Knight has a lengthy and largely minor rap sheet that includes 2 DUIs, being accused of careless operation of a vessel. He's also currently facing a damning civil court case where he's accused of seriously sexually assaulting one of his female staff at his show place, Janice Live concert venue in St. Petersburg. Additionally, Knight was previously accused in a lawsuit of the 2012 death of a friend that slipped as he was leaving his yacht named Pure Night Life and hit his head on the way down into the water.
Well, I'm reading some of the facts on the sexual harassment case.
Yeah.
He licked the side of her face.
Ugh.
He put his hands on her back and lowers her arms to her rear end and then thrusts his hand between her legs.
Allegedly.
Well, these are the facts that
these are the claims in the lawsuit.
I'm literally reading from the lawsuit.
Okay, so that's what's being alleged.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He rubbed his hand back and forth between her legs.
Ugh.
Do you see everything this guy owns?
Yeah, we've known this.
Just go to sunbiz.org and Google put his name in.
I didn't know he owned the Ringside Cafe,
Yep.
Janice Live, the Pelican Pub, McDinton's. I knew he was involved in McDinton's.
McDinton's Irish Pub.
Then Detroit Liquors, which is right next to Janice.
Yeah. Wow.
Bam Bam Autos.
A lot
Drip,
of stuff.
Drip Marijuana, something or other that sells all kinds of,
But also, didn't you say that he has some entities or you have to.
Well, his name is spelled differently in different places, so
Yeah.
you got to kind of be very careful and when you're doing your search.
So in some of his filings, he's Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
Right.
But there are some where he leaves the E out, and it's Jeffry.
I think that's the real name. The way you spell his name is without the E.
Really?
But when you
All right.
look him up other places, the E appears because that's the most common.
Yeah.
Way, right. to
Yeah,
spell the
absolutely.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you had brought up something. Now, we had heard that they did give him a breathalyzer, and he did blow a 0.0. So once they tracked him down, after he left the scene of the crash, and he was found 3.5 miles away at, what boat ramp was he at?
He was picked up in Bel Air.
Bel Air boat ramp or
which
whatever.
is 3 miles south of the Memorial Bridge in Clearwater
Gotcha.
where the accident happened.
So they gave him a breathalyzer, and he blew a 0.0. But, Michelle, my lovely wife, former prosecutor, you wanted to know if
There was a toxicology screen done. I mean, we need to know, right? Like you can be a BUI not just from drinking, but drugs.
But also, this was boating under the influence,
Right.
potentially, which apparently, according to the breathalyzer, he was not BUI.
Right.
But
I could be blitzed out of my mind and never have a drink.
But hang on, exactly. So Michelle is saying, why didn't they do, especially when you have a death involved?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, when a death is involved, there can be a court-ordered forced blood draw. In a vehicle accident, in a boating accident, and Michelle, with the former prosecutor mind, wanted to know about a toxicology screening. So maybe
Nobody's announced that there was one done. Do we know?
Yeah.
I'm sure the victims would like to know, right? Because we all look at that video and go, who the heck in their right mind is traveling at that speed on the boat? And, the other question is, and I'm not familiar with this area, but apparently where the ferry landed, that he supposedly pushed the ferry to a sandbar, like he could have stayed there too. And he was concerned. The claim is that he moved the boat 3 miles, some 3.5 miles away because the baby might have needed some medical assistance. But that's where the medical responders were.
Yeah.
At that sandbar that he pushed the ferry up to. That they could have walked off that boat and said, my baby needs some help.
The whole county was coming over there.
Yeah.
That's where they were going.
Everyone's going there.
They weren't going 3.5 miles down the way.
Right.
And when you look at the picture that is being published where the law enforcement officer is approaching him on the boat, he's the only one on the boat.
Everybody else is off the boat.
Yep.
Probably gone from the scene. Probably
yeah.
hopped in their car because they got there before law enforcement.
I still want to know, who were the other mystery people on the boat? We know there was an 8-week-old baby, and we brought this up yesterday. Who's bringing an 8-week-old baby on this boat? That's insane. But who were the other 5 or 6 people on this boat? None of those names have come out. They've been they've clammed up. No one's talking. I'd like to know who they are. I'm sure that's going to come out. But very good question. Was there a toxicology screening to go beyond alcohol, which he did blow, according to FWC, a 0.0, which is an important fact.
I got a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture of Jeff Knight walking on the gangway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that a leg brace he's wearing, or is that just weird lighting?
No, I think that's a leg brace.
He's got something on his leg. Yeah. The caption on this is from Daily Mail. Knight was escorted off his boat by an investigator at the Clearwater Ferry in Clearwater Harbor after the fatal crash. Anyway, that's the caption here. Yeah, he's got some...
like an AFO or something, or assisted walking device or something.
I
That's on
don't
his
know
foot.
whether it's a cast or...
Looks like it's a compression sock up to his knee. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got something going on his right leg. But still, I want to know, knowing this guy's history, who's getting on a boat with this guy? Who's getting on a car in a car with this guy? I'm not.
Have your head examined.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, this story is going to be going on for a while. And again, I'm waiting for the first lawsuit to drop. I'm waiting for the family of Jose Castro, the 41-year-old that was killed. I'm waiting for the family to, have they lawyered up yet? Do they have a lawyer? Get first in line on that one.
You know who the first one who did get a lawyer was?
Jeff.
Oh yeah, he's lawyered up with.
He was the first. Believe me. Out of everybody that was involved in this incident, the first person who got the lawyer, Jeff Knight.
Yep. He had the lawyer before he walked off the boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He's probably got that dude on speed dial.
Kevin Hazlett, lawyer to bad boaters and the stars.
I mean, really.
It depends what side of the incident you're on, but you usually got a call.
At 8:41 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, it starts on Monday morning. I'm excited about this. Quickly, let me just give you the deets on this. Mom wants a garage door opener for Mother's Day. Yeah, get flowers, get chocolates. Come on, that's run-of-the-mill stuff. You get a hold of a Banco LiftMaster top-of-the-line garage door opener for Mom for Mother's Day. That is the gift that keeps on giving. I'm talking up and down every day. Multiple times a day. That's the gift that keeps on giving. The chocolates, the flowers, they're gone. And the garage door, that's good. That's years and years and years and years. All right, so how do you win a $1,000 garage door opener, top of the line for Mom for Mother's Day? You enter my contest. It's the MJ Morning Show Banco Overhead Door Mother's Day LiftMaster giveaway. Just send me an email. Send an email to mj@mjmorningshow.com. This is as easy as can be. Send an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com, and you tell me why Mom deserves a garage door opener. This is a $1,000 deal. It's top-of-the-line LiftMaster. It's the 87504. Look it up online. LiftMaster 87504. And Banco will install it. The whole package is a $1,000 prize. We're giving away 5 of these next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Send me an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com, and just tell us why Mom deserves this. You can give me a real story, a fake story, a sob story, a funny story. Doesn't matter. Enter for Mom. If you're the husband, if you're a friend, a boyfriend, if you're the kids, hey, if you're Mom yourself, enter yourself. Just send me a great story. Just cut through the crap. Give me a great story. Entertain me, and you could be the winner of the garage door opener. The first one we give away sometime Monday morning, and then every day next week. And I decided to keep the entries open during the whole week. So I will take entries all day long. On Monday, all day long on Tuesday, and obviously Friday when we give away the last one, it's done. But send your entry in, mj@mjmorningshow.com. Oh, I was so pissed at I forgot I was flying.
What's wrong?
I forgot I was flying Southwest today because I'm going over to see going over to see Dad in Fort Lauderdale, and this time around the Southwest Tampa to Fort Lauderdale flight worked for me.
Okay,
more expensive than the Spirit, but the Spirit flight was first of all, 6 a.m. this morning. I couldn't make that. I'm on the air. And then the next Spirit was late at night. And so Michelle found this Southwest for me, 2 o'clock or whatever.
Okay.
I forgot to check in yesterday.
Oh
my God.
Don't worry.
What are you?
Don't worry.
I'm C33. I'm the last freaking group.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm Charlie 33.
Look at me.
Yeah, what?
Don't worry.
Okay.
You can borrow my cane.
Oh.
I got the collapsible cane in the back of the caddy.
I'm gonna do the gimp walk.
You got to walk in. Walk in like.
How about I just ask for a wheelchair? How about I do a Southwest 2 o'clock flight to Fort Lauderdale wheelchair load?
Dude, you tip that guy $20, he'll take you anywhere.
Man,
I'm staying with you the whole time.
I'm sitting in the aisle seat in the front row.
Yeah.
I'm in 1C. No, I'm not going to do that. Listen.
You sure?
Yeah, I
want to wrap a gauze around your knee and just limp a little bit?
When I fly South, I don't know why I didn't do this. When I fly Southwest, I set an alarm for 1 minute before check-in time.
Mm-hmm.
So I can be right on it. The minute check-in opens, boom, and I'm always usually in the A group. Something like A36, but I'm usually always the second half of the A group. And not this time. So we're going to bed about midnight last night. I'm like, oh, what did I say? I said, oh
my God. Oh God, how can I forget? And you're scrambling around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like,
you
what?
You don't know what's going on here.
No.
You're like, what's going? And I'm like, son of a! I forgot to check in for Southwest at 2 o'clock yesterday, and I'm checking in at midnight. And here my boarding pass is C33 for Southwest today. I'm like, son of a! And I know that people are going to say, well, MJ, if you want, you can go ahead and you can buy the early board. I'm not doing that.
No, then you get your middle seat between some fat guy and some hairy lady.
Yeah, guess what? It's a 40-minute flight. You know what? I don't want to be in the back of the plane because I want to get off that freaking plane. And I'll tell you, some of these plane unloads, if you're in the back, you might be on there for 25 minutes before you get out. So I will sit between two smelly fat people. So I will. I'm going to grab like the first middle seat. So that's what I'm going to end up with. So I might end up in row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, whatever, as a middle. Oh, guarantee a middle will be open. And I'm telling you right now, if you're on Southwest at 2 o'clock from Tampa International, Fort Lauderdale, and you got some you're like A1, A5, A10 for the boarding, and you're in an aisle or a window, I'm jamming in the middle. I don't care. For 37 minutes, 40-minute flight, I'll just take so I can get off that damn plane.
See, when I'm an early boarder on Southwest, I suddenly come down with the worst wheeze and cough while everybody else is loading.
Oh, so you clear the aisle out?
I took a flight from Tampa to Atlanta on Southwest, and a guy was against the window. I took the aisle, and I looked at him, and I said, "Don't worry, nobody else is going to sit here." And I started hacking a lung up as people are walking by, and nobody stopped. Nobody even slowed down. They just saw the crowd.
You're hacking it up
the whole time people are boarding, and everybody. We were like row 8. We had a prime middle seat. Everybody around us was full, but now he and I flew in luxury.
You ought to run your fart app as well. So,
yes.
Wait, do you know what time your flight is?
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a lot earlier than what you told me. So.
No, what did I tell you?
And also, it's still available to buy. So there, you have at least 7, 8, 9, 10. You have at least 10 seats that haven't been sold yet.
Oh, really?
By the way,
All
yes.
right.
So you know.
So
just go to the back.
So Fessy, your trick is that you hack and you sneeze, but imagine you ought to get like a fart device also. There you go.
I have a fart device.
I know you have the app. So have that in your pocket and just start hitting as people are walking by. If you're the only one in the row so far, just hitting.
And you know what you could do? Add that fart spray.
Oh no!
No, you don't want to do that on a plane.
That'll get you arrested by air marshals or the Tampa airport. That's enough. That's enough on that. Thank you. Thank you.
You are now free to fart about the country.
Okay, thank you. All right. Hey, speaking of Southwest, hey, so if you're on Southwest at 2 o'clock to Fort Lauderdale, say hi to me. I'll be in the Charlie back half of the Charlie boarding group.
Hey, speaking of back half,
my late freaking check-in. All right, stop. Stop, Fessy. Knock it off.
Oh, you're laughing now?
Stop. No, I'm not. I'm telling you to stop it. Yeah, because Chloe's been antagonizing me all week with her fart app. Hey, speaking of Southwest, I stumbled across a story, and it was I'm a flight attendant. People can't believe that I only work 16 days a month, which that's about, you can fly as much as you want, but a lot of pilots and flight attendants, they only typically work about half of the days of the month. And this one woman, she put up a video on social media that she flew 16 days a month, and her paycheck was just shy of $10,000 for the month. $9,980.66. That was her Southwest monthly pay, and she only flew 16 days. So, but listen, there are a lot of flight attendants that are not making a lot of money. Like the commuter flight attendants, they don't make enough.
Right.
They make very, very little money. Hey, so Kentucky Derby is Saturday. I'm not going to be here, but I've got Michelle and Chloe. They're having a big Kentucky Derby party at the house.
Oh yeah, it's a real big one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but Chloe's got friends coming over, and I want to be crystal freaking clear about something. I want to be crystal clear about this. And she's talking about all of the mint juleps she's going to be, and they're going to be doing Kentucky bourbon shots. No,
no. Have cots laid out for them to sleep it off.
Let me tell you right now, Michelle. Yeah. You're the lawyer. None of Chloe's friends are going to be at our house getting loaded and then getting in a car and driving out of there.
Oh no. No.
Let's be crystal freaking clear.
Okay, you don't have to lecture me about that. That's always been my thing. I don't get. We never gave kids when they were under the age any liquor. We were not one of those parents or two of those parents where we were like, yeah, let's have a party and like low key like let kids drink. No, we were never doing that.
I'm telling you right now that even though Chloe's friends are of age, they're all over 21. I'm not going to be there, but do not let them drink. And then, listen, the Kentucky Derby, I know the TV coverage starts at like 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
it's unwatchable.
It's ridiculous.
It's so. I watched it one year, like 3 hours in advance, and it's like all these stories of like these rolling hills in Kentucky. I'm like,
God,
shoot me in the
Bob
head.
Bob Baffert.
He's back in. He's back in.
No, his horse got scratched.
Oh, it did. He had 2 horses in.
Well, one got scratched there.
Rodriguez got scratched.
Yeah, one of them got Rodriguez. So
ICE actually got him. They deported him. Rodriguez is currently being served at an El Salvador prison.
In jail with that other dude.
All right, so the favorite is journalism.
Yeah.
Journalism.
With 7-2 odd.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kentucky Derby, I think the TV coverage starts tomorrow like at 2 p.m. And the post time for the real race, I think it's like, what are they saying, 6:30, 6:40?
Yeah, I mean,
Because they've kept pushing it back later. I think it was like 7 o'clock last year. So what time? Yeah.
Coverage starts at 2:30.
Post time is 7:02.
What?
Man, yeah. Oh, it's even later now.
Oh.
7. Post time. It used to be 6:30.
Yeah.
Isn't there a full day of racing at Churchill Downs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only race.
Yeah, there's
you know what? There's a full day of racing and there's a full day of people watching.
Yeah.
People drinking.
Yeah, we went to the Kentucky Derby, I think in 2012, and we actually had the winning horse. And Michelle wanted me to put thousands down. I only put $20 down. And Michelle wanted me to put $2,000 down.
Oh, man.
I should have done it.
What were the odds?
I can't remember, but we did win. We had the horse that won. We had that horse to place number 1, and we did win. I had a low, scaredy cat bet on the deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go scared, man.
But we went to the Kentucky Derby, bucket list item. We went there in 2012. Michelle.
Yep. You don't remember the name of the horse? Come on, buddy.
I don't know. What was it?
I'll have another.
Oh, it was I'll have another?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, well, tell you what. When Chloe's friends come to the house tomorrow, don't let them have another. I'm telling you. Do not let any of our friends drink in my house.
They're not.
And I'm being crystal clear about this.
I am not that mom.
Let's be 100% clear. All right, when we get back, we got a lot of stuff. There is a lot of Diddy news. I can't believe this Diddy trial is really going to start soon.
Like on Monday, they start jury selection.
Right?
Yeah, so the P. Diddy trial, this, did you see the Kanye West thing?
Mm-mm.
And the laughing gas?
No.
Oh, but you've got to hear this story about Kanye West, or Ye, whatever the hell, Psycho. You got to hear what's going on with him and a dentist and laughing gas. This is the craziest damn story. Yeah, good luck with this one. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, did you hear about the lady that was in a road rage incident and pooped on another car's hood?
That takes a lot of time.
Oh my God, we've got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of crap. I mean, literally. In the next segment, we got a whole hour to go here on the MJ Morning Show. You don't want to miss a thing next here on Q105 104.7 FM. Hey. 9:01. It is the MJ Morning Show, and you have arrived. The 9 o'clock hour is here. Wow. Little DJ Miko. Yeah, we played the hell out of that song when we were MJ and BJ across the street back in, 1995 or so? Whatever the hell that was. All right. Final hour, MJ Morning Show is here. Cash Kitty hits again in less than an hour. So 10 o'clock, another Cash Kitty word. We've got the garage door giveaway next week. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Working with Banco. I'll give you details on that in a second. Get your entries in. And then starting Monday morning, we're giving out $1,000 top-of-the-line LiftMaster garage door openers for Mom for Mother's Day. Now, we're setting a trend here. This is going to become... Going forward, this is going to be the hottest Mother's Day gift is a garage door opener from LiftMaster and Banco. Hands down. Top of the line. $1,000 prize. 5 of them.
It's really awesome.
It is. All right, what do I have in the pot? What do I have to do before we get out of here? First of all, the Diddy deal. But I guess Diddy rejected a plea deal. The feds gave him a plea deal offer prior to trial that would have put him away for a while. And obviously... he's banking on his legal representation getting him an acquittal.
What is he thinking?
I think he's in trouble. So Diddy was in court yesterday. There was one final hearing before the start of the criminal trial, and he told the judge that he said, He told the judge that he's not taking the plea deal, which was presented to his lawyers and him by federal prosecutors. Yeah, so he was wearing a tan jail jumpsuit, gray hair, looking very, very thin, and he waved to the public, waved to the media seated in the gallery, according to TMZ, took a seat at the defense table between his two attorneys, Tenny Geragos. Any relation to Mark Geragos?
Yeah, it's his cousin.
And Brian Steele. Sounds like a midday guy on some Chicago radio station.
I think he was fired yesterday.
Brian Steele, middays on B96.
Brian Steele.
Anyway, so Diddy also was asked if he was aware that he could potentially serve more time in prison if he's convicted. Yeah, the judge asked Diddy if he rejected the written plea offer from the government, and Diddy said, "Yes, I did." And then the judge said, "Hey, you could... end up getting more time than what that plea deal's for. Do you understand?" And Diddy said he understood.
What was the plea deal for? Does it say what the time offered was?
We don't know. So that's part of the story. We do not know what the prosecutors offered. But Diddy faces decades
life
in federal. Is it life? I'm trying to remember.
I saw a report that if he's convicted on all these things, he could get the rest of his life in prison.
Yeah, I know it's at least decades, but you're saying life. Yeah. So jury selection. This is coming up, folks. Jury selection for Diddy. It begins Monday morning. This Monday morning at 8 a.m. sharp. And they're hoping to seat a federal jury for the baby oil lube trial, sex trafficking. The whole thing. They're hoping to seat a jury within 3 days is what they're hoping for.
If Diddy is convicted of the racketeering charge,
right,
he can face life in prison.
So he's pled not guilty to all the 5 federal charges. 2 counts of sex trafficking, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, and 1 count of racketeering. And so it is potentially life?
Yeah, according to the Googles. But so I saw it earlier in the week. There's some very serious charges.
And the other deal that came down is, the judges approved him wearing, street clothes. That's pretty much standard operating procedure.
OJ wore a suit every day.
Yeah, in most cases, the defendant. This goes back, Michelle. Weren't there federal lawsuits on this?
There was a case.
Do you have some case law?
There was a case that I found.
So hold on.
Here we go.
Before you get to that, let me just tell everyone that this has been a thing, and this goes back decades and decades and decades. That if a prisoner or if a defendant shows up in court for their trial and they're, in orange prison jumpsuits or whatever the prison garb is, that could have a prejudicial effect on the jury that they already see him as a prisoner.
You want the legalese?
Yeah, give me the legalese on this.
The defendant is entitled to the right to not be tried in prison garb, as it may impair the presumption of innocence.
Yep,
that's right.
There it is. So I don't think for 1 minute here
he's not getting special treatment, but I think what's happening is he is being restricted in some regards, but also given maybe some leeway, right? He has a wardrobe. Let's face it, most defendants going into this kind of situation do not have an array, but he's also being told you can't come in here in your, P. Diddy fun garb and make it look like you're going to a concert.
All right, so here's what the judge said. The Manhattan federal judge, this is the Southern District of New York, the federal judge, Aaron Subramanian, Judge Aaron, A-R-U-N, Subramanian, S-U-B-R-A-M-A-N-I-A-N, said that Diddy can have up to 5 button-down shirts, 5 pairs of pants, 5 sweaters, 5 pairs of socks, and 2 pairs of laceless shoes as he appears in court during this, what's supposed to be weeks-long trial. Have you seen what the trial, it could be a couple of months. I've seen some of the estimates on this. But it is very, very common.
Well, and I think it's up to the judge to set the parameters, right? Because how long the trial is. So would you say to him you could only have 3 things? Because if this trial is, as you're saying, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, he probably does need 5 different costumes for each day, right? Because then he'll want a fresh one each day, and then it can be cleaned over the weekend.
All right, Fester, what are they saying?
To Google, it says the trial could last up to 10 weeks.
Yeah, I had heard it could be a couple of months, so that would be 2 months.
Yeah, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. I'm seeing a couple different numbers as far as how long, but either way, he has 1 suit for every business day.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Then he gets them laundered or dry cleened over the weekend. They bring them back, and he can wear them again.
Yeah.
All right, so big news. The Diddy trial is going to start next week, and listen, I would expect that the judge would allow him to wear street clothes, and I guess he's going to leave the detention lockup in his garb, and then he's going to change I guess what his lawyers are going to have like a suitcase they're going to bring, or one of the
garment bag.
Yeah.
Every day somebody walks in with a garment bag, and that's Diddy's suit. He goes in a room and he gets dressed.
Yeah.
This could be the last few weeks Diddy ever wears a suit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's going to be wearing a prison uniform for the rest of his life potentially.
Yeah. So Diddy, are they going to try to play a mentally incapable angle here? Because one of the stories that's emerged in the last couple of days is that Diddy's legal team is claiming that he might not have been mentally capable of committing crimes due to substance abuse. So are they going to play that card that he was so drugged up that he had no idea?
Diminished mental capacity?
Yeah, that he had no idea about his sex trafficking, racketeering.
Oh, I don't know. The jails are full of people who are drunk or high at the time of their crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to fly.
Yeah. All right, let's stay in the genre. Kanye West, what a freaking maniac! What a whack job he is. So, you ready for the latest? Kanye West apparently is intending to sue his dentist for getting him hooked on laughing gas.
Wow.
Nitrous oxide. You can't make this crap up. What, Dr. Dealer? I mean, what?
I mean, what's the evidence? Him just laughing?
Kanye West. Oh, hey, you want to hear something great? What time is it? 9 to 8? I got time. Remember Dr. Dealer? My brother used to go fishing with a dentist in Virginia Beach.
Right.
Who was then busted on a massive federal cocaine smuggling rap. And there was even a book about this guy called Dr. Dealer. My brother and father were friends. My brother would go like fishing on the Chesapeake Bay with him. This is a crazy story. Kanye West is loading up, and it looks like he's going to sue his former dentist. And the claim is that Kanye has suffered injuries and financial damages due to reckless administration of nitrous oxide.
How many dental appointments did he have?
There were 5 or 6 a week. No, I'm
a standing 10-15 appointment.
He had a new gold toothpaste put in every day.
Every day.
All right. So the legal team for Kanye, headed by Andrew Cherkasky, sent a notice of intention to sue Dr. Thomas P. Conley, who they say became Kanye or Ye's dentist in early 2024. So what, a year ago?
He got hooked on that fast, and he's already suing this guy?
They claim that while he was under Dr. Conley's care, that the doctor engaged in numerous inappropriate and dangerous practices that were far outside the bounds of any legitimate medical purpose or standard of care. Yeah, among the alleged inappropriate behavior reported by TMZ, Ye and his lawyers claim that Conley gave him excessive amounts of nitrous oxide for non-medical purposes, permitting and encouraging unsupervised self-administration of the gas. What? Hey, why don't you, the dentist, they'll give you sometimes like a floss and a toothbrush kit. What is he handing Kanye? A big 90-pound bottle of nitrous oxide? It's all clinking down the hallway. Clink, 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 clink.
Right, so, have you ever heard of this Thomas Connolly before?
No.
Right,
why would I know a Beverly Hills dentist?
Because he's apparently like one of the dentists to the stars. He's known as the father.
Oh, he's the Kevin Hazlett of dentists.
He's going to need Kevin Hazlett. He's the father of diamond dentistry. So all the rappers that have the big grills put in their mouth, he does the reconstruction. He puts the diamond grills.
He's a grill master.
But yeah,
and it has nothing to do with ribs.
He reconstructed Post Malone's teeth. He replaced 18 porcelain veneers with 8 platinum crowns in his face.
Wow.
Over $1 million spent in dentistry with him.
Oh, Post Malone?
I think so.
Wow. All right, so now he's being accused of giving Kanye West too much laughing gas.
In 2024, he placed titanium crowns on the teeth of Kanye.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because then he had like that Jaws metal mouth from the James Bond movie, right?
Yeah. And then they accused him a couple of months later of getting him addicted to nitrous oxide.
All right, so he's accusing the dentist of providing excessive amounts of nitrous oxide for non-medical purposes, permitting and encouraging unsupervised self-administration of the gas, continuing treatment despite adverse neurological and behavioral signs. He also claims the dentist essentially abandoned Ye, withdrawing his care abruptly without proper transition when he saw the negative consequences of Ye's nitrous oxide dependency. Yeah, the attorneys for Kanye say he suffered from physical, psychological, and financial issues because of Dr. Conley's negligence. Yeah, they're also claiming that Bianca Censori, Kanye's wife, was harmed in the process as well, losing out on Kanye's companionship because of the addiction. Oh, geez, man. Lack of consortium now because of what? Excessive nitrous oxide? Give me a break.
Have you seen this guy? Have you seen the dentist?
Yeah, I'm looking at. I saw a picture.
I'm looking at his before and afters, and this dentist looks like he does great work.
Yeah, it looks like he's a pretty solid dentist as far as his cosmetic procedure work. Yes. What about him?
Oh, he's pretty scary looking.
What do you mean he's scary?
He's an ugly guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you saw the guy
He's
himself.
tatted up like he's been in prison.
I'm looking at the guy. I don't.
Here, I think here he is speaking.
Yeah, this is him.
I think so.
Hold on. Bring it up.
Unique and innovative thing that I've done to date is with Ye. I think when you first look at it, it's a little confusing. It's futuristic. And you find yourself...
He looks like a UFC fighter.
Exactly.
The dentist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is his head completely tatted?
I think so.
Look at the hairline. It's not a hair. It's all tats.
Yeah, he's all tatted up. He's got sleeves on both arms and...
Okay, I'm not going him to do anything in my mouth.
Tell you what, his work looks pretty good though. Yeah. Anyway, so Kanye and his wife, I guess they're getting ready to sue, hooking Kanye on laughing gas. Let me get my brother on the phone. I mentioned Dr. Dealer. This is crazy. I'll see if he can give me like a 2-minute version of this. This is interesting. Let me get my brother Drew, who should be picking me up at the airport later today in Fort Lauderdale.
Hello.
Hey, quickly, we're live on the air. Only got a couple of minutes here. Can you tell the
I was wondering how long it'd be before I heard from you.
Why is that?
Just, it's been so many days, I was starting to get a little homesick.
All right, so we had a dentist story, and Kanye West apparently getting ready to sue his dentist for getting him hooked on laughing gas, on nitrous oxide. So that's like the latest Kanye ridiculous story. So I mentioned Dr. Dealer, and I just quickly, I only have a few minutes here, but I was telling this.
You know that I'm hooked on whippets, right?
Don't say that, Drew.
Yeah,
don't even joke about
Yeah,
that.
don't joke about that. All right. So listen. So I was telling the story that you were friendly with a dentist in Virginia Beach when you were like, what, 15, 16 years old? And
I don't think I could drive yet.
Yeah, you went fishing with this guy, and then this dentist was then busted like part of a major cocaine racket, right?
Yeah, his name was Lawrence Lavin, but I knew him as an alias that he was using called Brian O'Neill. And actually, he, took me in as a mentor, and we actually were scuba diving all the time and spearfishing. And turns out that he was busted under the Kingpin Act for being one of the largest dealers in cocaine in the U.S. And he was very smart, really nice guy, and had these creative methods like packing cocaine in those 1-gallon vegetable cans that you see at a school cafeteria, and he was shipping those.
Oh, you mean like a number 10 can, the big can?
Say again?
I think it's a number 10 can, the big like institutional can.
The number 10.
Yeah.
Green peas and string beans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And succotash.
The number 10 can.
And he had these creative methods about bringing cocaine into the country.
Was he hooked up with like Pablo Escobar?
I don't, he didn't sit down with me and go over his contact list.
Okay.
But he was pretty brazen. He took on an alias. He moved to Virginia Beach. He bought a boat. We bought his boat, and that's how I came to know him. And we started.
Oh, that's right. Wait, Dad bought. Was that the Scarab?
That was the Sea Ray.
Oh, the Sea Ray. Yeah, my dad, because we live right on Broad Bay, which is right off the inlet from Lynn Haven Inlet and Chesapeake Bay. And my dad, that's right. They met him because my dad bought one of his boats. That's right.
Yep. It's a 26-foot Sea Ray Sundancer. And it was basically brand new, but just wasn't big enough for him. So he went and bought like a 70-foot Wellcraft St. Tropez.
Oh, man.
And when he was busted, one of his friends was with him. That friend happened to be an FBI agent that was in his neighborhood, and they tracked him. He was pretty brazen, and he hid out for quite some time. But he was active with the local dive shop and dive groups, and helped all kinds of.
So you met him when you were diving with like the Lynn Haven Scuba Center on Great Neck Road?
No. I met him because we bought the boat.
Okay. Oh, that's how. That's how you first met him. Then you started fishing and diving with him.
Yeah, just randomly.
Yeah.
We met him because he was unloading his gear from the boat when we bought it.
Right.
And we ran into him. He's super nice, personable guy. Very smart. Said he was kind of retired because he made a bunch of money in the stock market. Obviously, the stock was a little white powder. But
yeah.
But he
Florida groupers.
Major. He was a major kingpin. He actually
or square groupers. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he went to Phillips Exeter Academy for his formative years, and started dealing in marijuana.
Do you know where he is now? I'm up against the clock. I got to take a break. But where is Dr. Dealer now?
He was like in Leavenworth or something. He got like a life sentence for being a kingpin, and I think he was released, and somehow he got paroled, and I think he's a free man.
Do you know where he is now?
All he wants. I don't, but we could look him up and go visit.
Yeah, let's go fishing. Anyway, so that was crazy. And there was a book. Someone wrote a book about him called Dr. Dealer. And this is the craziest freaking thing. So listen to this.
And also a documentary, so you can see the documentary about him. He's interviewed on there while he's in prison. And I read another book called Dr. Snow.
Dr. Snow. So listen to this. I get hired out in Los Angeles in 1989 to go work at Pirate Radio with Scott Shannon in Los Angeles. Scott obviously did the Q Morning Zoo and founded the whole zoo concept right here on this station, Q105, back in the late 70s and early 80s. And I see Scott Shannon reading this book. This in his office. He's got the book, Dr. Dealer, in Los Angeles at our radio station. And I'm like, dude, because I knew about this. I'm like, back then I remembered that my family bought his boat. My brother went scuba diving and fishing with him. And like Scott Shannon was like, get the hell out. He couldn't believe that we knew Dr. Dealer. Yeah.
All right. So his wife's name was Marcia, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right.
And I knew his wife. They had a new baby. He's the nicest guy.
All right, so Marcia and he are divorced. There are 3 kids, Marcia with Chris, Tara, and Kelly. They live in Wisconsin. As of 2005, he was a director of like sales and marketing for some company named Touch Direct, and he was arrested for DUI in 2009.
Where?
It's where the story ends.
Okay.
I'm still looking for more details on Larry or Lavin.
Lawrence Lavin. Yeah, that's too bad.
Crazy story.
One thing I remember about Pirate Radio is Casey. Remember Casey? Her favorite thing to say was Pirate Radio.
Oh, my African gray parrot Casey would say Pirate Radio and make laser noises. All right, Drew, I got to run. I'll see you. You're going to pick me up at the airport at 3?
Gotcha at 3. We're going to have a beautiful omakase.
All right, fantastic. All right, man. I'll see you later on. I'll let you know how my flight's running. Okay.
Ciao.
All right, bye. All right. Dr. Dealer, man, the craziest freaking thing. Arrested under the Federal Drug Kingpin Act as well. All right, 9:23 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, let me look at the list. Oh, the road rage incident. This is not your normal. Remember we had the local road rage incident? The guy was like pounding on the guy's car and like throwing things at the car. Then we had a former deputy threw a cup at another car. Lots of road. This is a whole different level. This is poop rage. This is a whole different type of road rage. You got to hear this story and more next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Stand by. It has arrived, the final segment on the MJ Morning Show, 9:31 Friday. Hopefully you have a phenomenal weekend planned. Got that Founders Day thing down in Ybor. Remember, we had Mickey Sudo on yesterday, the competitive world champion eater, and she and her husband, they're going to be part of the Founders Day. Was it J.C. Newman puts this on Founders Day? Big festival tomorrow in Ybor.
Right.
And there's going to be a Cuban
sandwich eating competition.
That is correct.
They're going to take part in that. There's going to be a lot of local vendors, a lot of fun things to do. It's all free, and probably get a couple of cigars while you're down there.
Then on Sunday, you got that Two Bears 5K. Remember, we had Bert Kreischer on with Tom Segura on Thursday. Yesterday, we had them on about 9:30. And they're doing that whole Two Bears thing, and actually they're calling it Three Bears now. But for the race, because Jelly Roll's going to be there, so tickets still available. There's a BOGO, so if you buy online, if you go for the Two Bears 5K, which is going to be Sunday at Ray J, so the Two Bears 5K, which they've now slashed out the two and calling it Three Bears because Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, and Jelly Roll. So now they're calling it Three Bears for this. It's a BOGO. So the promo code BOGO, and you get 2 for 1 to sign up for this thing. So a lot of crap going on this weekend in the Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay area. All right, this is insane. You've heard of road rage? This is Dookie rage.
Oh, no.
All right.
That's the worst kind of road rage.
This is terrible.
I've heard of skid marks on the highway, but what's this all about?
Oh, someone's got skid marks on the hood of their Camry. Oh, this is terrible. A road rage incident ended with a woman dropping a load on the other car's hood. I'm like, what the? Listen, I'm sorry, folks. I know it's 9:33 in the morning.
Where did this happen?
In Pennsylvania. That's where Michelle wants to move after I'm done with this radio show.
Yeah, home of the hood poopers.
Yeah.
Yep, we're from Hood Pooper, Pennsylvania.
Prospect Park Police identified 44-year-old Christina Solometto. Now she's facing charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, creating a hazard or physically offensive condition, criminal mischief, property damage, harassment, depositing waste on the highway.
Is that a crime?
Yeah, apparently in Pennsylvania it is. The Prospect Park, Pennsylvania police, the chief said they've spoken to Solometto on the phone, and she's being fully cooperative now. They had not yet taken her into custody, but she's going to turn herself in and be booked in the very near future. Yeah, this is nuts. There's video out, shows a woman literally doing a number 2 on somebody's car hood. I mean, It's unbelievable. I mean,
what a mess.
I mean, you can't believe this. So Fester's looking at the.
God.
I know. All right, let's be very, very careful on the description.
Oh, look at it, the hood.
Yeah, all right, listen, Fester, I don't want you to say a word. That's all I want you to say is, oh, the hood. You don't say anything else descriptively, okay?
Right on the emblem, right on the top grill.
Is that a Toyota Camry? I think it is. Is that
I think it's a Nissan. I thought it was a Nissan.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's an issue. She gets out of her car. She's wearing white shorts. She pulls her white shorts down and does a number 2. And listen, I don't want to be too descriptive, but she could use some kale pectic, it looks like. Oh, my God. This is...
Maybe it's a Toyota.
No. She said it was a clean poop. She didn't even have to wipe.
All right. It doesn't look that way to me. Michelle, I told Fester to stop it.
Michelle.
Don't say anything.
What?
Don't say it.
I'm just telling you what she said. Her defense was it was a clean one. She didn't have to wipe.
It's a very runny
situation.
situation.
It does. Fester, I told you not to say anything.
She ran from the situation.
Stop. This is unbelievable. This is the worst road rage after effect I've ever seen. To get into some kind of issue and you get out of your car and you poop on the other car's hood?
Did you read why?
Why?
Go ahead.
Because the pooped on car,
the silver car.
Yeah.
She was driving a black car.
The owner called the pooper a fat bitch. And so she got angry and she thought, I wanted to punch her in the face, but I pooped on her car instead and went home. What is going on in someone's brain that's like...
Did the police give her any Imodium or anything right before they arrested her and took her into custody?
Tell you what she needs.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yay, Pepto-Bismol!
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
No, that's it.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yay, Pepto-Bismol!
Oh, my God. They ought to get her in a Pepto commercial.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'd put her in the Super Bowl Pepto commercial.
And you know, but she is making good use of that mugshot, how you always say, like, smile because it's going to be published everywhere.
Oh, did she finally turn herself in?
Well, she said she was cooperating.
Yeah, I'm looking at her mugshot right now on TMZ.
That's fresh. That happened after I saw this yesterday.
Yeah.
So she did turn herself in. And is she smiling in the mugshot?
Oh, she is smiling from ear to ear like I did a good one.
I mean, what are they really going to do to her? What, she's not going to go to prison.
Oh, my
She's
God.
going to get some community service and have a story she could tell for the rest of her life?
I just don't understand.
This story from the bowels of the internet. Sorry. This happened at the intersection of 4th Avenue and Madison in Prospect Park, just outside of Philadelphia. Happened on Wednesday.
So.
All right, that's enough. Fester, don't say anything else.
Look at her.
Yeah.
She's a pretty lady. She doesn't look like a car pooper. She doesn't. She doesn't look like a car pooper.
Oh, my God. Did you see the fan that fell from the stands?
Yeah, Fester, did you see this?
At the Pirates game?
Well, yeah, the Pirates Cubs and the fan fell.
It looks like the guy was like ejected over the railing like OJ in The Naked Gun, going down the stairs in the wheelchair. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the guy's in bad shape. I mean, the players were like taking a knee and praying for the guy. But what happened? Is this an alcohol-related incident? Did he fling himself over? I mean, some folks believe that it looks like he deliberately flung his body over the second deck out in right field.
It's pretty sad.
This is terrible. The guy's a former Division II football player as well.
It's high up. Is that 30 feet?
Yeah.
They say it's over 20. I think 20, 22 feet.
Was he just leaning over? Because, I mean, more of a fling. I see two hands up in the air and he's leaning. And then before you know it, he's ass over feet. And
yeah.
It's crazy. He's been identified as a 20-year-old individual. Kevin Markwood. Kevin or Cavan? It's Kavan.
He looks like he jumped up out of his seat to cheer a hit.
But it's like
he lost his footing.
It's almost like but listen, you're not right on the edge where it's almost like he jumped up or like a Jack-in-the-Box spring flung him out of his seat and over the railing.
When you sit in the first row of the outfield, the bar or the ledge comes up to like your knees or your thighs. So
No,
if you
it's
jump up,
it's not.
It's not up to your chest.
It's not up to your. It's not up to your knees.
It's not that high.
Yes, Michelle.
It said that he drenched himself in beer before falling.
I mean, did I just say it must be an alcohol-related incident? I mean, that just. When do they cut people off? Like the 7th inning? Is that when they usually stop the beer? Seriously, what inning was this? That's what I want to know. What inning?
It's a lot of money in beer buying it at a stadium.
Yeah, he played Division II college football at Wheeling University in West Virginia. He's a linebacker in 2023, but left the team to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, leave Wheeling College, you go to coal mines.
Fell over 20 feet. The railing is 3 feet high.
Yeah, so it's not a crazy high awning.
That's waist high for most, right?
Yeah.
Waist high. I mean, but you look at the video, it's almost like he flung himself over. It's just bizarre. And is he still like unconscious or in a coma?
He's got a fractured skull. He's fighting for his life.
Oh, God, man. I hope this guy can pull through. That's crazy.
I just don't know how you end up going forward without like your body doing, like you instructing your body to do that, right? Like he looks like he's hanging on to the railing with both hands, and it really does look like he hurled himself forward or flung himself, into motion over the railing.
When you look at the video, it looks like that. It's just.
I mean, I think I read something yesterday where they tried to say he was just an overexcited fan, and it was I don't know if it was an exciting moment in the game.
I mean, the Pirates get a hit. I could see guys running the bases.
Yeah.
I see the outfield coming in to cover bases. A bunch of people are running. Somebody scored, and it's exciting. The stadium's cheering, but he totally misjudged this if he was just trying to cheer for his team.
There's more to this story. Whatever the deal is, there's more to this story than meets the eye.
And there's been other cases or other incidents of people falling out of baseball stands.
Yeah.
Remember a father fell out of a stand in Texas and died in the dugout or something because he reached for a ball.
Hey, so Festa, you sent me the 2 British dudes trying ribs for the first time?
Yes.
Where is this? Do you know?
I don't know anything about it. I saw it on Reddit.
Right.
And it's these 2 British guys, and they have a plate of barbecue. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know.
Those are some big ribs on their plate.
And they look fantastic.
They do. They look delicious.
And British people, which might seem really strange to, people who live in America, they've never really had, a lot of them, barbecue is not traditional British food. Their meat's like, hard and boiled, I guess. I don't know. But they were surprised that they didn't need utensils, and they start to take the knife and fork.
They start, like, cutting the meat off of the ribs. And then
the employee, the pitmaster.
One of the guys at the restaurant has to come over and.
He says, listen, honkies, you better drop that knife and fork. We don't use utensils around here. And he goes, what do you mean? He physically grabs the guy's hand and puts it on the rib because we eat with our hands here.
No.
And the guys are in shock, and they've never eaten barbecue ribs before. And the euphoria that overcomes them as they bite into it for the first time is amazing.
It's kind of like that jackwagon de Blasio eating a New York slice with a fork and knife.
I don't eat ribs with my hands like that, and you know that.
You don't eat ribs at all. You might have some short ribs at a fancy restaurant.
I've gone to Chili's, or is it TGI Fridays, the one with the baby back ribs?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby. How do you not know? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. It's not TGI Fridays baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
It's not Applebee's baby back.
They're all the same to me. Sorry, folks.
Applebee's baby back ribs.
No, it's Chili's.
When I eat ribs,
yeah.
If it doesn't come off the bone with a fork very easily, I won't eat it.
Well, these guys had no idea what to even expect.
Yeah.
They've never seen meat that falls off a bone. They've seen meat that's like the sole of a shoe.
God, I need to know where the ribs look fantastic. All right, listen to this.
That's just crazy because food over there is so weird and gross anyway. Like you would think that they would have.
No, this is not. It didn't. It happened in America.
I know, but they're from somewhere where food is gross and weird.
I think British food gets a bad rap. I don't think it's as bad.
Really,
as,
because when we were in London, we ate at a Chinese restaurant twice.
That was fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
my point.
right near the theater district in London.
Yeah, I've always heard London has fantastic Asian food.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Fester.
Their food sucks.
We ate at a great Chinese restaurant. Do you remember the name of it?
No.
Hang on.
We don't need to go there.
I think I left a Google review. If you're ever in London, anyway, just send me an email. If you're going to be in London, you want good Chinese food, I'll dig it up. All right, here's the audio. So the guy from the barbecue restaurant walks over to these two British guys.
Whoa.
So he comes up, whoa, stop. As they're trying to use a fork and knife to get the meat off the rib bone.
You're from where you're from?
We're foreign. Well, we don't know what we're doing.
Stop with the knife.
No, you don't need a knife?
No, you pull it apart with your hand. And listen, hold up. And you take your fingers and you lift that up and you eat it.
Okay.
Not with a fork.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry.
Enjoy holding your food and eat it like that.
I love eating with hands. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now someone's rolling video, and
I mean, these guys are some kind of content creators. Maybe they're travelers.
Was this a setup? Or?
I mean, probably.
Because, the first thing I saw when I saw the video, somebody on the other side of the table is videoing this, and they were videoing the minute the guy walked up to the table. And then they're like, oh, my God, these are delicious.
I'm sorry I let it get that far.
No.
Our mistake completely.
We're not used to meat being soft enough to just rip it apart without a knife.
Okay.
I mean, that's not normal.
Yeah, we chew on shoes. That's why our teeth are so bad.
Cheers. The best ribs in America.
Anyway, find this place. The ribs look fantastic.
I think the guy's shirt said the barbecue shop. Not that that's going to help me any, but
Well, yeah, just search it out. Oh, yeah, the guy from the restaurant, he walks up in one of their T-shirts. Anyway, anything else before we get out of here today?
Nope.
I mean, yes.
It's in Memphis, Tennessee, I think.
Oh, it is?
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, the barbecue shop Memphis, possibly?
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, looks like it.
And I think we're going to call it a week.
Oh, yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, it is. Any last words, Fester?
Yes.
I ask you that because you're in such bad physical condition. Any day could be your last day.
And if I were to die this weekend, I want my last words over the radio to be... Monday, we start giving away garage doors.
No, garage door openers.
Garage door openers.
No, openers.
Opener.
Yeah.
Just the opener. You got to have the door.
Yeah, we start giving away the garage door openers on Monday morning. Get your entry in for mom. If you're mom, get your own damn entry in as well. Listen, this is loosey-goosey. We're working with Banco Overhead Doors, great sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. Starting Monday morning, we're giving away a $1,000 garage door opener. This is the top of the line, LiftMaster 87504. This is a $1,000 installed prize. It's the best garage door opener. It's Wi-Fi connected. It's got the video camera, takes pictures and video, who's coming and going. You have the app. It doesn't matter where you are on the planet. You can open and close your garage door. Let's say you get on a plane to go try some of this great Chinese food we're talking about over in London, and then you're like, you know what, you land at Heathrow, or you take the direct British Airways flight from Tampa to Gatwick, right? You take the 777-200, you land at Gatwick, you're like, oh my God, honey, I think I left the garage door open. Just look at your app, and it says open or closed, how many hours, how many minutes it's been open or closed, and you put, if you left it open, you push it, close your garage door. Anyway, we're giving away 5 of these next week. It's a $1,000 prize from Banco Overhead Doors. Just send me an email on why mom deserves one of these garage door openers. It can be a real story, fake story, funny story, sad story, whatever. Mom can enter. The husbands can enter for mom. The kids can enter for mom. You just got to send me an entry. Send me a reason why mom deserves the garage door. Make it a great story, real, fake, whatever. Send it to MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. And get that entry in. Yes, Michelle.
I'm just disappointed you didn't mention your Instagram today.
Why is that?
Did we
With
not mention it one
Fester
time?
as the Pope?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, geez.
Come on,
Yeah, I know.
dude. That's one of the funniest things I've seen
Oh,
in a long time.
Yeah, if you haven't seen my Instagram,
I forgot all about it.
it's Pope Fester. Yeah, this is great. Oh, you know what? I really ought to play bring it up. Let's play the audio before we get out of here. because I do this really bad Italian accent. Hang on, let me turn the music down a little bit. All right, go ahead, play this quickly. You got to unmute it. Go.
Now, the upcoming favorite for the conclave in the Vaticano is Pope Fester from the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Tampa Bay, 104.7 FM.
All right, so
whoever had me turned into a fat pope obviously went into AI, because look at the creepy hands.
That's the first thing I said. What's up with those hands?
Right, so Fester's head is on top of one of the popes. I don't know who it is, but you got to see Fester's hands as Fester's the new pope. Yeah, conclave is going to start on the 7th. So what, next Wednesday?
I'm available.
Yeah, Fester's the front runner. Yeah, Fester's you got to go see Pope Fester, this Photoshop. It's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. It's also on the MJ Morning Show Instagram. Give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. Take a look at Pope Fester. Leave a comment. Folks, have a great weekend. My show closed music ran out.
It's over.
It's over. We're done. The Cash Kitty's next. Your chance at $1,000 in 10 minutes. Don't move. 10 minutes from right now at 10 o'clock, the next Cash Kitty word for $1,000. Just text it and you could win. And then noon, 3, and 5 p.m. today. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests, powered by Anajar.